Actually, 66% Leopold, 34% St Mary's. So 2-1 in terms of...
Arthur's got all his mobile phones out. Look at him go.
Players in position.
Matchups in there, they're terrific. Maishman and Williamson is going to be a cracker as well.
Yeah, Blood and Thompson.
Oh.
It's got mouth-watering written all over it. Just waiting for the last remnants of the crowd to depart, and we'll be underway. Leopold kicking to the northern or city end in this opening term, which will be thanks to Harvey Norman, Coroe and Warren Pond. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. To get a round 2 blockbuster underway, here's Jason Doherty.
So it's going to be Nick Minchin and Kyle Bumstead in the middle for both their respective teams. Neither can really get an effective tap, as you'd expect. It's Marcus Thompson at the bottom of the pack against Joe Maishman. And the umpire will come in secondary bounce just next to the centre circle here at Anthony Costa Oval. Fantastic afternoon for football. Bumstead gets it down, goes towards Thompson. He's wrapped up straight away by Blood, not going anywhere, and we're still going to be in the centre circle as such for a third ball up at the start of this first term. Harry Benson and Logan Wagner already having a crack at each other. They're both going through the piano tuner ripped off the foot. He's going to take the first free kick of the afternoon against Benson, and they're going to play on from the middle of the ground.
Williamson, not a great kick, diving but not marking Harry McMahon. Got a handball up. Sprague outside of the right boot. Coming up and meeting it is Michael Rudd. Good to see him in a St Mary's jumper after a good season captaining the Falcons last year. Through the middle of Anthony Costa Oval go Leopold. It's out with Justin playing his first game. He was a runner last week. And back in the side, he'll swing a kick towards our broadcast wing. Tom Gordon is all alone and marks. True centre wing position. Best seats in the house for APCO service stations. Win 5K to spend your way at APCO now. He'll go short and neatly to Harris Jennings with a kick that didn't go 15. So the umpire screams play on, bangs it on the boot. It's a helicopter and straight into the waiting arms of Minchin, who has some Nick Knott look about him.
He does a bit.
Maybe not as heavy set as not, but kicks now towards Rudd. Can't mark off the hands of Bumstead. Front of the pack, Williamson for Leopold should track it. Coming the other way is Minchin to be able to worry him out of it. Puts his head over it. Gee, interesting tackle. Is that high? Laid there by Will Sheen. Umpire says no, and we'll get a ball up. Left half forward for Leopold. 1:03 played on the Barwon Foods time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
So Minchin gets it down. Williamson, though, roves it beautifully, gives it away by hand to Thompson. Goes inside 50, over the back of the pack. Who's it going to sit for? The handball comes back from Burke. And they might get away. Short kick, dangerous to Sprague in the left forward pocket for Leopold. And they see it over the boundary line, so we're going to have a throw in. The Lions deep into attack at the northern end of Anthony Costa Oval.
Interesting that Ling and Gordon have matched up with each other on the wing, but as soon as the ball was bounced, Ling went straight behind the ball to be the +1, leaving Gordon on his own, who's had 2 possessions already.
Boundary throw-in. It's a high boundary throw-in and a shallow one that'll favour Bumstead. Double palms it down to the front of the pack. Numbers there, though, for St Mary's, and the clearing kick outside defensive 50 will be taken by Gordon of Leopold. Handball back to Jennings, who flicked a quick handball. Thompson, kick now to the top of the square with one hand. Surely a free kick or a mark. Take your pick. It's actually going to be a free kick for a hold, and it'll go to the Saints. Taken by Sam Christensen. He goes across the face of his defensive goal into the left back pocket. And Burke with the footy. It's a long ball to half back off the hands of the pack. Dobson, handball, missed Minchin. Chance here for Thompson of Leopold. Gave a handball to Jennings. Jennings, a little dinky kick inside forward 50 that just carries away from the man running onto it and Billy Clark, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. So attacking early, the ball actually has basically been in Leopold's front half in the first 3.25 minutes, but they haven't been able to make it count on the scoreboard as yet.
So a boundary throw in 50 around from the Leopold goal. Minchin behind this time. Bumstead gets it down, rowed by Blood. They don't argue as well and got away. It's centre half back. Short little kicks, okay. Sprague let it bounce. Probably should have gone out. It's going to be under pressure now from the Undertaker. He puts him on the ground. Is that holding the ball? It certainly is. Great tackle. And Will Sheehan will take the free kick at left half forward for Leopold. He's 50 out from goal. And he's going back like he's going to have a set shot for it. So he will line up from the left half forward flank northern end of Anthony Costa Oval. Sprague stands the mark. He comes in, right foot kick. It's good for distance. The accuracy, though, it's just missed to the near side and through. For a 1 behind. First score of the afternoon, Leopold. 1 behind. St Mary's yet to score. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard, 4.5 played.
Rayner to bring the ball back into play for St Mary's. Keep an eye on some Wombat Gully Plan Farm matchups. Kirsch is just keeping tabs on some of the key ones that'll influence the contest. Rayner just shimmies out of his defensive goal square with a short kick that didn't go 15. Umpire calls Damien McMahon to play on for St Mary's. Brings a kick broadcast side. Taken high. Ling, umpire said player might have been his own teammate. Ball at the front of the pack. Leopold have got numbers there. Little give wasn't given by Edmonds in the end. He sort of dummied and then kicked on his left boot. Ryan cleans up. Nice handball for St Mary's to Damien McMahon outside of the right boot. It's a rolling ball. It'll come back with interest though. Wagner and Justin actually got in each other's way and they've blown a golden opportunity there. Although Sam Scott came and helped out. Handball to Jennings. Jennings a handball on the bounce. Porter in traffic. Jammed it on the boot. Partially smothered. And I thought that was actually touched off the boot. The umpire's seen it differently and paid the mark. And a shot at goal coming. Jai Cross, not a noted goal kicker, will go back and have a shot on what will just be the third of his 80-game career.
A couple of good matchups at each end. Kingy, Trent Thompson's got the job on Sam Dobson, and more importantly, at the other end, Sam Burke's got the job on Giddings.
Wombat Gully Plan Farm. See the team at Wombat Gully for all your gardening needs, those matchups. So Jai Cross kicked a goal last week. Just the second of his career. This for his third, and it's not bad, and it's hit the post, I reckon. So woodwork, and they double their score. They're 2 behinds at Leopold St Mary's. Yet to score opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, and we've played nearly 6 minutes on the Barn Foods time clock.
So Rayner will kick it in. He was going to go to the outer side. He comes broadcast looking for Sprague. Dangerous though. Front and centre was okay. Got the numbers. St Mary's can push it along. Half back to centre wing. Big mark for Noffy, who gives it away to Jennings on the run. Right foot kick. Open goal square. Getting back there. Clark read it better. Over the back of Rayner. Couldn't get back there quick enough. And as Kirsch said in the preview, and also Buddha, he has plenty of goal scoring opportunities, Billy Clark. And here's another one from 20 out directly in front.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? That intercept mark that we didn't see a lot off early last week for Leopold. That was probably, it is their feature of their game, but they didn't bring that last week. They probably didn't need to be honest. They had a lot more of the ball, but get it in there quick and the forwards can do the rest.
They can. Billy Clark puts it through for his first and the first for the Lions this afternoon. They go to 1-2-8. They lead St Mary's. Yet to score, Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman, Cry and Warren Ponds think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
We talk about timing forward half in footy, but it's actually the idea is to get the ball inside your forward 50, Jason. Repeat entries is the key at the moment for Leopold. They've had 6 inside forward 50s to St Mary's 0 at the moment.
Birchie, just that breeze, you're a little less protected than us. Is it significant?
Yeah, there's probably a couple of goals in it, I'd say. The flags are flying that way with a bit of strength.
South Point Garden Supplies.
Yeah, just look at those flags out the back there, Kingy. They are looking pretty strong, actually.
Geelong West 8-6-54, Lee Grovedale 6-3-39 at West Oval.
So just opened a little gap up, and that game would be getting towards half-time, if not there
half-time now
already. Yep. In the middle, Minchin, a handball on the up. Now the kick forward towards right half forward. Went through the hands there of Loftus. Should have done better with the kick of Chalcraft at ground level. Tate missed the target with the handball, but Williamson went back to take it. Was he taken below the knees by Benson? Umpire said no. I'll ball it up. Thanks very much. Just inside 50. So first time inside forward 50 for the afternoon for the Saints. Umpire put it into the air for Minchin and Bumstead to go at it again. Bumstead of the Lions winning it down. Benson went through spectacularly and then was taken in a tackle over the top by Bumstead. And the umpire says, I'll do it all again. So throw a tissue over about 12 players. Tap down Bumstead from behind. Roving done by Jennings. Jammed it on the boot and barreled it for Leopold into the middle of Anthony Costa Oval. Cross couldn't take it cleanly. Scott was being held onto there by Connors. And then spectacularly over the top went Sam Christensen. And Scott will send Leopold inside forward 50.
Goes there now with the kick. Pushed past the football. Goes to the back. Clark again. Ripped off it by Rayner. Has got the job on him. Puts the ball out for Sprague. His handball just further afield was okay. They got it up to Connors. He gets wrapped up. Gets the handball away close to the boundary line. Can Burgess keep it in? He can. He went back the other way, and then he goes with a quick kick to the top of the goal square. St Mary's got the numbers, though, at the back of the pack. They get it around the corner. Is it going to stay in the field of play, Maishman? Oh, he kept it in, but only as far as Gordon, who got it back for Leopold. Goes back into the pocket with the kick, punched away defensively. Is that a hold? The umpire says it is. It's against St Mary's as well.
They had 50-50 then. They had one of each other.
Both got it, and Jai Cross ended up with the free kick.
Oh, I think they're a bit stiff there, St Mary's.
So they will have a set shot for goal from 10 metres out, 45-degree angle, and Leopold a chance for their second. Jai Cross, who hit the post a couple of minutes ago, this time from the opposite side. Right foot kick, doesn't miss it this time, puts it through. But his first of the afternoon, and the second for the Lions. They go to 2-2-14. They lead St Mary's yet to score. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
We saw a bit of it last week, didn't we? The way they wanted to get their ball inside forward 50, or their methodology getting the ball inside forward 50, and they get it to that centre wing area or in the centre of the ground. And they just get in there quick, straight into their launch pad, and away they go. And they one-on-one, they're hard to beat. When the ball hits the ground, we were worried about it last week, but they're locking it in and they're getting repeat 50s at the moment, inside 50s. It's 8-1 inside forward 50s.
Leopold Sporties, North Shore 2 straight 12 leads, St Joseph's 1-1-7. Back in the middle, Minchin, Bumstead again. In fact, it's crossed during the ruck work this time for Leopold. One into the path of Marcus Thompson, who sends a kick towards right half forward. It'll roll away from Edmonds, though. We'll get a boundary throw in.
Insufficient.
Insufficient intent has been played. That's a very interesting decision.
Under pressure.
As Travellini sends a kick to Sherman. Sherman, good to see him back in 2024. He goes to Garner. Garner gives a handball off. Man running past is Sherman, who sends the Saints towards forward 50. Went looking for the marking target in Rudd. Trent Thompson dropped what he should have taken. Rudd cleaned up. Handball to Dobson. A high left foot kick to a one-on-one. Here comes Stone, though, across the front of Peck and Noffey to knock it through for a rush behind. And the Saints get their first score, courtesy of the fist of Leopold's Riley Stone. It's 1 behind St Mary's. 2-2-14 Leopold opening quarter action, thanks to Harvey Norman. And we've gone 11 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock.
So Burgess kicking in duties this afternoon for Leopold. Comes broadcast side towards half back. There's a couple of Leopold players coming across. Jennings in the middle. Well, I thought he took the mark. The umpire wasn't too sure, and then he did pay it, and he played on quickly. Goes back to the middle. Richie takes the mark. Want to move it on the opposite side. Great kick out towards half forward. Is it going to sit for Justin? Has to get back on his left foot. He does. He wheels around. 55 out. Short little kick around the corner. Inside 50. Will it sit for Edmonds? He gets wrapped up. Connors put the tackle on him. Ball spills free. Still in dispute. St Mary's. Harvey Ryan gets it up. Travellini. Good kick out of danger. Garner takes it at half back.
Garner playing GFNL game 178 this afternoon, closing in on a couple of hundred goals across here in Colac. Cade Shawcraft with the footy. Has it. He'll go short with the kick to his skipper and Blood, and he's got it true centre wing outer side just in front of the scoreboard, showing Leopold 14 leading St Mary's 1 thanks to Harvey Norman. He sends a kick to the lead of Dobson, who's had to work hard up the ground through this opening 12 minutes to find the footy. Turns and kicks into the left forward pocket. Peck advancing, and Trent Thompson couldn't hang on to the footy, and it's off his hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw in the left forward pocket.
He really should have marked that. It's 2 in a row Thompson's dropped, and last week he dropped 2 chest marks as well. So he needs to just get his marking game going, particularly when they're so strong with intercept markings behind the ball.
So left forward pocket. About 45 around from the St Mary's goal mouth. Peck will do the ruck work against Cross. Wonderful roving Thompson. Handball to Porter, who jams it on the boot for Leopold. Rolls to the wing, but there's a nest of Saints there. Short kick by Rayner, but it's a turnover. Edmonds is marked back edge of the centre wicket area, and then he'll kick for space. And he'll say to Billy Ritchie, run onto this. He'll try and outrun Christensen. Christensen went to ground. Ritchie soccers off the ground inside forward 50. A rolling ball. Connors will track it, though, for St Mary's. Under pressure, got a handball away over the top. Ryan kept his head. Handball, Christensen. Short kick, okay. And they got out of trouble there pretty well, the Saints. They thought their way through it. No, they didn't. In fact, it's out in the full, and the free kick will go to Jennings. Garner thought he'd marked. Boundary umpire said no, and Jennings can load up here for the Lions.
He's at right half forward now. Northern end of the ground, goes to the top of the square. Pack there, Sheehan behind him. Falls to the back and through for 1 behind in the end to Leopold. They go to 2-3-15. Lead St Mary's 1 behind. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Played 13.5 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock. Sells the fresh fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Rayner again to bring the ball back into play. Short into the right back pocket, and Garner marks next to the boundary line. He can go short to Blood, who leads up in front of Porter in a Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup. The skipper of the Saints has got it. Right half back, his team trailing by 14. Leopold kicking with the aid of the breeze. Dangerous kick, wants the corridor. Asks a lot of Sherman flying there. Couldn't complete the mark. Ball at ground level. Tackle laid by a couple of Leopold players, including Jennings. And we'll get a ball up at the edge of the centre square. Ollie Tate in there as well. Sherman gets to his feet, and we'll get a ball up.
So ball up now, just inside the centre square for Leopold. Cross gets it from the ruck contest, trying to get it towards Thompson. Marcus getting around. Oh, that's a good tackle, was it, from Williamson? Was it a sling tackle? The umpire said it was high. Jack Blood's going to take the free kick inside defensive 50. Hear that breeze in our effects mics. It's a bit breezy out there. They go to Garner on centre wing. He goes further afield, chopped off though, and good play at the front by Tate. His handball on the up. Might get it back in the end from Justin. He gets wrapped up by Garner. He's not going anywhere on centre wing. And it will be a ball up in front of the scoreboard here. Leopold 2-3-15. St Mary's 1 behind.
Happy to play the wide game at the moment, St Mary's. On saying that, though, defensively, Leopold are very sound, not allowing them to come through the corridor.
Garner, kick around the corner after roving the ruck work. It's off the hands of the pack. Flying shot at goal from Wales. Dobson back with the flight, though, was able to mark at the top of the goal square. Wales just jammed it on the boot and was able to get it to the advantage of Dobson in the one-on-one against Trent Thompson, and Sam Dobson will go back and kick his first of the afternoon. Shouldn't make a mistake from directly in front. Man on the mark, about 12 metres out. And Dobson has kicked his first and St Mary's first, and they pull the margin back to 8 points. They're 1-1-7 on the opening quarter. K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard. Leopold at 2-3-15 in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. Here's Matty Kershaw.
Any forwards out there that watching this replay will see the work rate of Sam Dobson, because just prior to that, Sam Dobson was up on centre wing, creating an option, being an option, and then worked really hard back to get one-on-one. He was the only pair inside the forward 50, and he gets the ball out the back. Smart play by St Mary's, but even smarter play by Sam Dobson.
Somebody at Thompson wasn't listening to us. 6-3-39. They lead Paddington 1-3-9.
You said an absolute smacking, you said.
Thompson.
Yeah, the other way. All right, you've changed.
Exactly.
Cryo 19, Bellpost till 8.
Ooh, hello.
Back to the middle. Paul Peck's son, Lockie, goes up, gets it down. Bumstead's there as well. Porter taps it on nicely to the piano tuner. He gets wrapped up. Umpire says too high. Free kick. And Wagner gives it away to Thompson. We've said that a few times. Marcus goes inside 50 with the kick, punched away at the back. St Mary's working hard at the front now. Benson's got the handball out. Travellini just squeezes the pass to Chalcraft, and as Kirsch said, going around the boundary. St Mary's at the moment. And he takes the mark right on the boundary line at half-back. He chips the ball further afield to Blood, who takes the mark. Now back inboard, Benson. He chips the ball, just moving it to Travellini. Now they've switched and they're going, and they can take the mark on the opposite side. So it's Sherman who can play on. Here's a short little kick to Damien McMahon, who takes it 75 from goal for St Mary's.
McMahon in front of a good crowd here in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. A long ball inside forward 50, hangs in the breeze. Noffy, it's cleared out of there by Burgess after Noffy dropped the mark, and it's then knocked out of bounds for a boundary throw in at right half forward. So breeze maybe just easing slightly the reserves premiership pennant from last year, not as flowing off the pole as it has been. Ball back into play. Right at 50, right half forward. Bumstead winning the tap down. Sherman fend off, and then a handball to Benson. Good tackle. Porter dumped, and umpire says holding the ball against the two-time Matheson medalist, and Porter, who's joined from Maryvale in the Warrnambool District League, making an early impression for Leopold.
So he'll take the ball from half-back, goes along the line to centre wing, right in front of the best seats in the house. Oh, well and truly up Jennings. Sherman in the air, gets it down for Damien Umar. So St Mary's go the other way, ball back in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Inside 50, Thompson tracks it back, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. But Harris Jennings, wow, he got a nosebleed, he got up that high. He couldn't stick the mark Tom Stewart style, and it won't be the Hamlin hanger this afternoon. We're going to have a boundary throw in inside St Mary's forward 50.
Well, we've seen the Hamlin hanger today in the reserves. Matt Copley took an absolute cracker. But we had a quick chat with him before he got injured. Roving at the front of the pack, Porter did well, released a handball. Here's Jennings, who's come back down to earth. Quick release back to Wagner. Was a little bit hot, and then Wagner is pushed in the back. They came at him really hard. That might have been over the top. Right, it was, and Wagner concedes some ground. Back to the top of his defensive goal square, Trent Thompson. Little kick to Matthews, who he called for the first time this afternoon. Jet Matthews went to go along the boundary line there. Gee, they're hot on the short kicks. Now, Noffy got out of trouble after being called to play on with a dribbling kick after fending off Rudd. Back to Trent Thompson. They're dicking around with it here, Leopold. They've turned it over. Chalcraft got involved. Loftus was having a shot at goal before he took possession. Then he had another go and kicked one of the goals of the day. In fact, we're going to get a discussion here between goal and... Well, we're not getting it reviewed because we don't have that capability here. So goal and
Can't be
central
anything else
umpire,
but a goal.
and it is a goal. Yep. A quick snap out of the pack by Loftus. He went to take possession, but I reckon he was kicking the goal the first time before he took possession, and then found the ball back in his hands, and the margin is now 2.
Was that the technical term? Dicking around.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can I just say, no disrespect to the players because I love them, but Trent Thompson, Nofi, and Jet Matthews are the 3 you do not want kicking sideways in your defensive 50. They were the 3 involved in that, and all 3 of them turned the ball over.
So, goal to Kane Loftus, 2-1-13 St Mary's. They trail Leopold now 2-3, 15-20 played in this first term.
Now, the Monday to Friday kickers, Jace, are training only.
That's exactly right. Ball back in the middle. Benson wrapped up by Porter over the shoulder, said the umpire. So the 2-time gives it away by hand to Sherman. He gets it back inside 50. Loftus punched away Noffy. That's where he's good at it. And he just thumps it over the boundary line for a throw-in at right half forward for St Mary's.
Port Adelaide 51, Collingwood 24 at the MCG.
Just getting their stuff back together again, Jace, Port Adelaide.
Yes. The reigning premier's in trouble.
Boundary throw in at right half forward for St Mary's in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Bumstead front position 1, the tap down. Sam Scott, a good release to Wagner. Wagner to Porter, liking the look of him early. Porter from half back sends it into space, wants Sheehan to run onto it. Bounce was not too unkind for him. He was able to knock it to his own advantage, but then, big coat hanger on Ken Rayner, and free kick will go to the Saints youngster. He's got it at right half back. Game being played between the arcs for the moment as Rayner will send it back towards our broadcast position. Bumstead will come. So did Minchin for St Mary's. Connors taken in a really good tackle by Williamson. Ball not coming out, and it does eventually, but not before the umpire's blown the whistle and said, give it to me. Umpire Stephen Ritchie controlling in front of our best seats in the house for APCO service stations.
So Minchin goes up, gets it down side of the pack. Benson's handball, Miss Blood. Wagner's across there as well. The piano tuner. He's over the top of it. Benson, Blood, Thompson. There it is. There's the quartet. Beautiful. We love that. Pepper, get out of the way. It's got nothing to do with you. Oh, Jared Garner's here on the boundary line too. Fantastic. We have great access. Look at Dobbo. He's waiting to get back on as well. Going to have a ball up on centre wing. Now, Maishman around the corner. Brock Williamson coming with it. Oh, did well. Stood there and went across half back. Dangerous kick inside to Gordon. Had it, lost it, then got the handball away. Got chopped off though. Has to go back and help it. Tate was good. Got it on the up. Pressure though. Matthews gets it away. They've got the numbers. They're out. Noffy, don't kick it. Handball it.
Someone!
And he should have handballed it. He's turned it over to Damien McMahon.
He has. He went looking for Travellini on the bounce with a handball. Travellini kept it alive at the boundary line. Might have been better to see it out as Edmund tries to steal it away, but I might come up with the footy here, the Saints. It's hacked out of mid-air. That was Harry McMahon. That was ingenious, and it's landed on the chest of Rudd. Rudd quickly wants to play on, swings onto his left boot. Back with the flight. No mark taken off the hands of the pack. Leopold have got numbers. Peck still waiting for a free kick that never came, and it is off hands and out of bounds into the behind post, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
It was a round the corner torpedo off the side of his boot.
We've seen it. We're seeing it all through this opening few weeks of the new season. Bumstead and Peck to go at it again. Bumstead double palm down to the front. Here's Thompson again jamming it on the boot for Leopold. A rolling ball. It went over the head of Damien McMahon. Actually clean bowled about 3 or 4 of them. Sprague in the end. A handball on the up. Chance here for the Saints. Inside forward 50 they go through. Benson carried the pack. Loftus judged it best off the boot. That got good carry despite going into the breeze. Although looking at the flags around the place, it actually seems to have just dropped off a little bit, Birchie, that breeze for South Point Garden Supplies.
Yeah, Kingy, that's correct. It has dropped off just for the moment, so hence why St Mary's are getting some good forward entries.
They are. They've had the last 4 inside forward 50s, St Mary's.
This for the lead. Kane Loftus on Essendon's VFL list was an emergency for their VFL clash this week. He has sprayed that to the right from about 25 out directly in front, has absolutely shanked it and missed, and the margin is 1 to the good of Leopold. 2-3-15 St Mary's. Our Archbishop Desmond 2-2-14. May he rest in peace. 23 3/4 minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
We have great access for the St Mary's interchange benches right in front of us here, which is amazing. So we'll get some special comments during the day as well. Need to talk to Chip Connors as well about some wedding action he did through the year, I hear, in the pre-season. He had a big wedding season.
Right.
Doug Bond and Damien McMahon, and he was best on ground in both, I hear. Ball from the back for Leopold, short to Tom Gordon. Takes the mark. He wants to go short, still inside defensive 50. And they're working it around the boundary as St Mary's are doing. Matthews will back to Marcus Thompson, very deep in defence, right next to the goal post. So St Mary's just squeezing them inside their forward 50. Goes long, looking for Harris. Jennings with the leap. He gets a hand up. Can't take it. His second effort was fantastic. Got it to Burgess. Had to sit and wait for it. Got it back to Pepper. He just chips it back inside forward defensive 50. That's okay. They now go towards Williamson. He can't pick it up on the half volley. Turnover. Rudd's handball into forward 50. Handball comes back to Ryan. Good pick up on the half volley. Into the forward pocket under pressure. Thompson comes across on Benson. And Trent Thompson sees it over the line. And it's the... Well, would you believe he has paid free kick for St Mary's. So Trent Thompson, he just basically walked it over the boundary line, so insufficient attempt. And it's going to be Zach Sherman with the free kick in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion, 45 metres out from goal.
Second one he's paid this umpire. He loves it. Watching a bit of AFL.
They're not deep pockets here either, so he's got a bit of a look here. Right foot kick. Zach Sherman has missed everything. You build him up, and then that's what happens. Out of bounds for a free kick, and it's going to be the Lions through Mitch Burgess. They are 2-3-15 the lead. St Mary's 2-2-14 late stages first term here at Anthony Costa Oval.
Burgess called a play on. Will send a kick that will flirt with the boundary line. In fact, it's going to go out in the full. He's actually going to put that in the crowd. So that'll be a free kick that'll come back here to St Mary's. Harvey Ryan or Harry Ling who's taking it. So Ling with the free kick can go laterally to Ryan if he wants to, but instead sends it to about 15 out from goal. Dobson in front of the pack. Flew got nowhere near it. Off the hands of the pack. Pepper cleans up for Leopold. It's a neat little kick. And he finds a target in Justin, but he's still inside defensive 50. They've struggled to get it into their front half of the ground in the last 5 or so minutes, Leopold. He goes short, and Sheehan has marked it right half back.
Yeah, last 6 inside forward 50s to St Mary's, Kingy.
Sheehan.
How's the wedding season, Chip? I heard you went pretty well. Yeah, good. That's good.
Long
nice
ball. Numbers with Leopold. Ryan. St Mary's Ryan. Travellini. Now Sprague. Sprague's short little kick is neat. And the mark taken by Damien McMahon. McMahon laterally to Garner. Garner marks just back of the wing for St Mary's. Out of side here at Anthony Costa Oval. A long ball from Garner, a high ball. Minchin, it carried him, and Peck judged it best and took the mark for St Mary's. Turns and kicks quickly inside forward 50. His target down there is Rudd. Leopold got numbers back front of the pack. Harry McMahon taken high. Umpire said no, play on. Now give it to me, I'll ball it up, as he was going nowhere. So about 15 out from the St Mary's goal. They trail by a point. They're 2-2. Leopold 2-3-15 early going on a Saturday afternoon. We're nearly at quarter time thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Ball has been rushed through by Leopold for a rush behind to St Mary's. So they tie things up here at Anthony Costa, and they move it on quickly and get the ball inside, still inside defensive 50, but at Marcus Thompson, who comes back in, ball by foot to Williamson. He wants to come back. A little bit more dicking around, as Kingy would say. And it comes to Burgess, who has got a bit of space now. Comes broadcast side with the kick, terrible. Off the side of the boot. Sits okay in the end for Christensen. Ryan under pressure, drop the footy. And umpire, very nice. Gave that away. So free kick, Riley Stone, just inside the centre square. Wants to push the ball out wide. Thompson kept his width and stayed on the opposite side centre wing. Draws a player, gives the handball away, running from behind. Tate. Now, first inside 50 for a while for Leopold. It's long getting back there. Rudd was good. Handball over the top. In fact, it was Christensen. Or, in fact, it was Burke in the end. And it doesn't matter because it's quarter time here at Anthony Costa Oval, and it's all square. 2-3, 15 apiece.
After kicking the first 2 goals through Clark and also Jai Cross, Leopold got out to a 14-point buffer, but goals to
13, Geelong Amateur 8, Port Arlington 14, Mottawarri 18, Anglesea 24, Queenscliff 10, and Newcombe 14, Drysdale 10.
Thank you for that, Jace. Leopold Sport is your complete family venue, 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. Check out the new sports area, the new little beer garden arrangement, indoor sort of enclosed, but big screens and a really cool little bar too. So very nice there for the crew at Leopold Sporties. Jace and Kirsch for the Sporting Globe. What did you make of that opening quarter of action from the two clubs?
Well, I think you mentioned it a couple of times, Kingy, in the call that it was played between the arcs a fair bit until I suppose they both had their spurts of ball inside forward half and inside forward 50, whereas Leopold dominated that sort of scene early in the piece and couldn't really put on a big score. And then St Mary's turned to the round when that wind dropped off a bit, and they had 7 in a row inside forward 50s, and yet both teams only managed 2 goals, 3 apiece from both their 12 entries each. So they didn't really break the game open. St Mary's have taken a couple of marks inside forward 50, where Leopold have only taken the 1. So pretty even Stevens. The score reflects that, including all over the stats as well. But except in the clearances, Leopold have got on top 10-6 in the clearances, and goals from stoppages are about even as well. Scores from stoppages are even as well, 8 apiece. So fairly even all over the place.
Thank you for that. For Kerrs High, those stats. Birchie, you're down with Luke Rayner.
Luke, you made mention of weathering the storm in those first 5 to 7 minutes, which was a great job by your boys, but then it was really evident that forward pressure in the second half of that quarter, which resulted in a couple of goals for you.
Yeah, Leopold is such a great starting team, and they certainly did it again in terms of jumping out of the blocks. So we weren't able to really get our hands on the footy, and to Leopold's credit, we're obviously able to get the first 7 inside 50. So the pleasing part is the maturity of the group. They were able to sort of steady and get the game a little bit back on our terms and sort of finish the quarter pretty strongly. So hopefully we can sort of continue that trend now.
Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Luke Rayner there, co-coach of St Mary's, joining us on Carroll Footy. Thank you, Birchie, down boundary side this afternoon, and keeping an eye on all the conditions for South Point Garden Supplies. Just waiting for the last members of the crowd to depart Anthony Costa Oval and get the second quarter underway. The Cats have lost in the VFLW clash with the Giants 94-9. That has come to an end, so disappointing there for Geelong in VFLW, and the Cats VFL leading by 3 12 minutes into the third quarter, with Shannon Neal not playing VFL, has been held over as the carryover player for tonight's clash with the Brisbane Lions. Carrock Football on Carrock 955 across Geelong and the Surf Coast, and carrockfootball.live right around Australia for the Cats and the Lions from 6 o'clock. Myself, Troy Selwood and Ben Casanilli bringing you all the action from the Gabba. Second term action thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. Here's Jace.
Bumstead goes up against Minchin, who's just stood there and tried to tap it over the top. Now Burgess goes with the kick for Leopold. Oh, good kick and good mark as well at half forward from Edmonds. He gives it to Wagner, goes past, gets the kick inside 50. Needs somebody to pick it up. It's she, and he's wrapped into the ground, the big undertaker. And ball still in dispute. Thompson gets there as well. Handball over his head to Scott. Kick around the corner, goes up the chimney. Sheehan's there. He tried to claim the mark. The umpire said play on from a very early stage as well, and he's wrapped up in the end by Blood and also Harry Ling, and we'll have a ball up about 35 out from the Leopold goal.
Bumstead, Minchin, ball hits the ground. Connors, a handball release to Minchin, floats a handball out of the area. Nice little tap down to Travellini with smart play. Now they'll get a clearing kick through Blood to defensive 50. Benson used the body nicely on the other 9 in Wagner. Took the mark. He went to play on, but just held back the handball. Left half back, Benson, the 2-time Matheson medalist, drives it long. Dobson, his target in front. Good spoil from behind Thompson. Taken by Williamson of Leopold, gave it to Wagner. Wagner to the run of Justin, who had a fumble, then retrieved the situation. Handball release, Ritchie, Jennings, quick hands. Thompson's got it for Leopold. Right half forward, has a casual bounce, runs to 55, a floater inside 50. Bouncing ball, Cross came at it with Minchin. Connors at the front of the pack. Leopold have got numbers, including Cross. He got a handball up. Justin, coat hang it and taken to ground, although there was a free kick coming back to Connors. Chalcraft got a freebie on Luke Justin, but Connors had already been paid the free kick inside defensive 50.
So Connors will take it now for Samiri goes to the outer side, centre wing, Bumstead from behind, Minchin in front, got a hand to it for Damien McMahon front and centre and running along centre wing as is his tradition. He goes towards half forward Loftus, who's had a good start to the game. He's 55 from goal. He chips the ball inside 50. Dobson on a short lead gets him and he'll shoot for goal from 45 out slide angle.
Quick, better movement with the ball there from St Mary's because they were quick. They got it to one-on-ones and they're pretty hard to beat when they're one-on-ones.
You can see how a pre-season for Kane Loftus has improved his movement.
Yes, well, it'd just improve his running patterns and all those smarter running and how easier to get the ball instead of running 15 Ks to get the ball.
This for St Mary's for the lead. Sam Dobson's kick one this afternoon already, an early start in this second term, northern end of the ground with the aid of the breeze. Distance won't be the problem. Accuracy is also not. And Sam Dobson kicks his second of the afternoon. And then the third for the home side. They go to 3-3-21. They lead Leopold 2-3-15. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
Sometimes you don't need to go down the middle of the ground, Jace, if you move the ball on quickly like they did on that occasion. But at the end of the day, it was the smarts of that winger holding his width there, Damien McMahon, who picked up the ball and front and centre and that's got it inside, nearly inside forward 50 with quick movement.
What do you think of a bloke wearing bright yellow boots playing just his fifth senior game? You'd probably, just go with traditional black or white, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would have thought.
Rather than Lear-rising like Harvey Ryan is in front of us.
Standard black. Oh.
I'd say he's a big fan of himself.
Joe Mason can wear pink because he can,
he's done a bit.
He's done it all. He's done it all, Joe.
We got a secondary ball up and we're getting a laugh. Michael Rudd, though, is unmoved in front of us.
Come on, Ruddy, give us something.
Like his hair.
Come on, good boy.
Like his hair, it never moves.
Oh, wow.
Riley Stone is going to get a free kick for a push in the back.
50. You can't do that.
No, it wasn't paid as 50, so Riley Stone for Leopold's got it. He'll go short with a kick to Bumstead, who marks. Handball release, Williamson on his non-preferred left will send a kick wide. Justin or Sheehan, take your pick. Justin has marked in front of McMahon. That's a nice Wombat Gully Plan Farm matchup. Then a kick inside 50. Trying to protect the drop of the footy was Clark against Rayner. Good pick up Sheen. Handball release was okay. Snap around the corner coming from Edmonds. Has it got the carry? It has. Nice finish from Edmonds, a goal of the day contender. Some good shepherding on the line from Cross, and scores are tied up again at 3-3-21 apiece. Second quarter, Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300 4 to upgrade to Business Class Finance.
Yeah, I like that, Kingy, the match-up out there with Justin and McMahon, because they've both now been involved in the last two goals, and it's really important for those wingers to hold their width, but particularly when the ball's being played sort of down the channels of the wings, the wingers come into the play. They're probably more importantly that conduit player there, the connecting player, and they're both playing their roles really well.
Congratulations on being the first expert to use the word conduit on Carroll football too.
How do you spell that, Kirsch?
Not with a K.
Back in the middle, Minchin gets it down for St Mary's. Rode by Williamson. His handball was good to Bumstead, who rode a bump and got it to Porter. His handball on the up to Burgess. He got it further afield. Gordon at the point of the centre square gets it back inside with a kick. Just slung as he got his kick away inside 50. Oh, good mark. Hamlin Hanger from Sprague, who came across and took the mark and got it out wide, and they want to try and move it quickly, and they get it to Damien McMahon.
Just had to halt his progress as Sheen was able to run the angle to ensure that McMahon couldn't carry on with the footy on that outer half-back flank. So he's just inside defensive 50. He wants the corridor and Ryan, and just got it to him. Ryan quickly back to McMahon. McMahon across the face of his defensive goal to Sprague. Sprague marks at the pain of 50 and then goes short to Loftus, and the Greyhound has got it at left half-back. He comes inboard. Oh, he missed Keaton Rayner. It opens the door. Giddings' first call of him this afternoon. Had a handball, came back to him. Can't get it onto his boot. Good tackle laid. Reckon that might be Ryan that's laid it. It is, and Harvey Ryan will win the free kick. Did well there to hold Giddings up.
He did. He said, "There's why I'm wearing these boots. I'm a tackler."
Sends it very, very wide and puts it onto the chest of McMahon. Just got it over the head of Sheehan. Damien McMahon drives it long inside 50. Dobson, the target. Good spoil by Thompson. Front of the pack. Yeah, there's going to be a free kick, I reckon, paid to Leopold for a throw against Michael Rudd, and it's taken by Tate, who finds Williamson with a beautiful kick.
Yes, and he goes now, and Wagner's just on the ground. Will he be able to get him in the middle? He goes in that direction. Floating kick in front. Ling took the mark, didn't get to him. So Harry Ling now right in the middle of Anthony Costa, able to push it back inside. He goes short, which is good. He narrowed his eyes and went to Zach Sherman, who goes now long, big pack, no mark. Front of the pack, Porter. One hand was perfect, but he turned it over. Paul Peck's son got it away. Kick from the middle by Harry McMahon. Which way is it going to bounce through? it's been touched off the boot and through for 1 behind to Harry McMahon. So they take the lead against the Marys. 3-4-22. They lead Leopold 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
Tate with the kick-in duties for Leopold. Trots into the right back pocket, then pulls a kick back towards the corridor. And Porter, although that was dangerous, put it straight onto the chest of Ling, who couldn't complete the mark. Porter had to lay the tackle. I think Ollie Tate hasn't kicked too many worse than that in his career. He'd like that one back, but fortuitously the mark dropped by Ling for Leopold. From the ball up, Pepper the roving, handball, Wagner, Tate in traffic, got a handball, taken on the bounce by Sheen, good tackle, Connors dragged him to ground, and 40 out directly in front from the St Mary's goal. Will get a ball up. Real arm wrestle here at Anthony Costa Oval, 7.5 minutes played on the Barham Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong. Will get a ball up.
The ball up and through the middle of the pack, Maishman. He just got the handball away, did he? No, the umpire said he dropped it in the tackle. Wagner, the piano tuner inside defensive 50. No, who's it going to be? He wants to give it away to Stone, who goes short. Chopped it off. Loftus, terrible. Dobson, standing start, 50 out, missed the handball. Oh, chain of poor possessions here now. Getting back there, Maishman, help out. He gets it back off a step, long kick. McMahon inside 50. Loftus behind. Thompson comes back. Marcus in front. He gets away them. He goes with a right foot kick. The premiership captain outside 50, but they just kicked a kick at the moment, and the mark has been taken by Damien McMahon at right half forward.
So no team able to gain any real ascendancy in this contest. McMahon drives it into the right forward pocket. Pecky's target over his head, ball out the back. Beats Rudd and Dobson out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. City end of the ground. St Mary's attacking with the aid of a breeze that we think through Jane Birch is about the 2-goal mark for South Point Garden Supplies. Quite on the injury front, Birchie hasn't had to do much work there for St John of God. We put you first, Myer Street, Geelong. Bumstead and Peck doing the ruck work. Bumstead tried to grab it out of the ruck, fell through his hands. Porter dragged down in the tackle. The handball found Burgess, but Burgess then ran into traffic and lost the footy. And then it's picked up by Bumstead, who's dumped to ground by Peck. And we'll get another stoppage. And just the pressure is relentless being provided by both these teams. And I reckon that some of that poor possession that Jay spoke about earlier, Kirch, is as a result of that pressure.
100%. They just even perceived pressure. They just think it's coming from all angles when they got ball in hand.
So Marcus Thompson kicks it outside defensive 50. Sheen took the mark, but it was touched off the boot, so play on. So now Leopold try and get it through the hands of Justin. He breaks free and gets it to Sam Scott. His handball on the run might be okay. Richie's handball back in board. Set a task for Justin. Sprague was right next to him. Samaras with the numbers. Rayner's handball over the top. McMahon has bought his own footy in the second quarter. He gives it away by hand to Benson. His right foot kick towards 50. Oh no, Mark Noffey. Rudd is wrapped up. Umpire said it was a mark. What? It's a Rudd. Okay, umpire says play on now, and then the ball's inside to Loftus, and nobody knows what's going on because that should have been a mark to Noffey, I think, but anyway.
Or a free kick.
Or a free kick, one or the other.
He had first hands on it.
It's ended up in the arms of Kane Loftus, who shoot for goal from 35 out directly in front.
Well, I'm confused.
I think everybody is. A little bit. Michael Rudd wasn't, though. He got it on pretty quick, and Kane Loftus is the recipient. And can he finish off the good work, especially from Damien McMahon on centre wing on the outer side. He's had lots of the footy in this second term so far. He comes in, Kane Loftus, right foot kick, squeezes it in and puts it through for his second of the afternoon. And the fourth for St Mary's. 4-4-28. They lead Leopold 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard. Thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300 Morris to upgrade to Business Class Finance.
Yeah, a little bit messy the previous 4 or 5 inside forward 50s because you got Rudd, Dobson, Peck, Loftus down there. They're all those marking targets. There hasn't been many hit-up sort of targets at the moment. They're just trying to get in there quick and it's not working. So that one, a little bit fortuitous that it was paid a mark and got Loftus out the back on his own. So not the right call, but hey, it's a goal.
Back in the middle, the roving done by Garner. Jammed it on his left boot inside 50 for St Mary's. Tate across the front of the pack, knocked it away from Harry McMahon towards the boundary line and out for a boundary throw-in. Geelong West 64, Grovedale 59. Colac 47, Newtown and Chilwell 27, North Shore 27, St Joseph's 28, South Barwon 39, Lara 39, St Albans 1, Bell Park 42 around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. GFNL action as we just get a slight pause before the ball's thrown back into play. From behind, Bumstead on Minchin on the tap down. Porter the roving, lost it in the tackle. It was a good one by Rudd, but it was cleaned up by Tate of Leopold, who gave it to Marcus Thompson. A kick to the wing, cross front position, can't mark, knocked to ground. Good defensive work by Burke, and we'll get a boundary throw, and I should say Christensen knocking it out of play. And we'll get it thrown back into play. True centre wing, right in front of our best seats in the house. Thanks to APCO Service Stations. Win 5K to spend your way at APCO now.
So throw in Minchin up against Bumstead. Ball to the side. Minchin might do his own roving work, but the piano tuner gets theirs first. His handball half chopped off, but ended up getting to Burgess. Broke free. Right foot kicks okay. Edmonds takes the mark on centre wing. Plays on now. Right foot kick long. Inside 50 with the ball looking for Cross. Can't take the mark front. I think trying to claim the mark was Christensen, but certainly Cross got a hand to it. And the 2-15s will give the ball back to the umpire, and he'll ball it up. 45 out from the Leopold goal.
I think anything's worth a shout at the moment, Jace, after the last one was paid.
Minchin won the tap down. Garner did the roving for St Mary's. A high kick to left half back. Rudd in a wrestle with Matthews. Bumstead, the unlikely rover. A handball on the bounce to Matthews. Gave it back to Bumstead. Next to the boundary line, he sends a kick back inside forward 50. Looking for a marking target. Can't find Cross. Front of the pack. Chalcraft was clean. Gave it to Ling. Ling with a kick wide. Loftus through his hands. It'll be a foot race back to the footy. Sheen will be first there. Handball on the up. Bounce towards Tate. Tate tried to get out of the tackle of Ryan. Didn't, but got a handball away. Burgess slung, but a handball to Sheen. Sheen quick release over his head. Williamson tried to step through Loftus. Kick back to the middle of the ground. Will hang and it'll actually go over the head of Marcus Thompson. That should be 50 against Marcus Thompson. He held onto the jumper of Dobson to the letter of the law. That's really got to be paid. And Dobson at the back edge of the centre square gets a short kick and he finds Blood.
Blood goes forward with the kick. It's 1-on-2. Peck's the one. He's got to get it past Gordon. His handball over the top, or just set it up for Matthews. Had to be good. Got the handball away. Can they break free? The handball comes back towards Thompson at half back. His handball on the outboard. Short little kick around the corner towards Giddings. Oh, he got one short. Got one late. Connor Giddings. Oh, gee whiz. He's lucky not the 50. Very late on Connor
Maybe
Giddings.
the square up for the one that wasn't paid in the middle of the gravy.
So, right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Service Stations. Giddings goes down the line. Minchin gets back there, takes the mark, says, get Adam away. And his short little kick, oh, dangerous to Chalcraft. Right at the point of the centre square at half forward for Leopold. Coming in, Minchin went and helped him though. He got rid of the football, but Richie got it away. The piano tuner found some width, was okay. The Undertaker takes it.
Sheehan sends it inside forward 50. Is searching lead from Clark on the bounce. Couldn't take it cleanly. It's out of play for a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. And that's hurting Leopold. I reckon that possession inside 50 just hasn't been clean.
Last week was really clean, wasn't it? The ball inside forward 50, and today it's been really messy. Both ends of the ground, like St Mary's entries, are, like I mentioned before, are pretty messy as well, but Leopold's a next level messy.
From behind, Minchin won the tap down. Williamson trying to do the roving. Edmonds, a goal kicker in this quarter. One way, then the next. Too slow. Travellini should win a free kick for holding the footy, and does. And it'll come back to Jesse Travellini.
Yeah, you're not getting away from him.
Who's got it just inside defensive 50 on the outside here at Anthony Costa Oval.
Been a terrific player for a long time, Jesse.
Sends a long ball to the wing, flying but not marking was Rudd off the hands of the pack. Matthews got involved with Burgess and Porter, who gave it back to Burgess for Leopold. Turns and kicks, a high kick that sitting underneath and flying for his Giddings. He couldn't complete the mark. Ryan cleans up, although turned it over into the arms of Richie. Richie somehow got a release to Giddings. Giddings bouncing ball. It's going to come back and be a free kick for a throw, I reckon. And Ryan will win another free kick for a really good tackle. It just forced a throw from Billy Ritchie, and Ryan's got it inside defensive 50 for St Mary's.
Comes towards the broadcast side to centre wing. Ling couldn't take the mark, but second effort was okay, and then he gets it to Wales. Point of the centre square at half forward. Dobson and Loftus forward. He goes towards Dobson, who gave him half a lead, was okay in front of Thompson. 55 from goal, not without a chance. Sam Dobson from this position. He kicked 2 this afternoon. And can he finish it off for St Mary's? They lead by 7 at the moment. We've played 16 in this second term. Barnford's time clock coming in now. Right foot kick, not going to come back with the breeze, has left it to the left and through for one behind. So 2-1 his personal tally this afternoon. 4-5-29 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 3-3-21 Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Burgess to bring the ball back into play for Leopold. Short into the right back pocket to Tom Gordon, who marks. Looks down the line and sees a lot of navy blue and green jumpers and not a lot of white ones. But he drives a kick long. Jai Cross has come up to present. It's off the hands of the pack. Noffy was there flying as well. Chance for Minchin, lost in the tackle of Cross. Head over it. There's going to be a free kick for too high. Going which way? Going to Leopold. Going to go to Riley Stone, is it? Or Tev Noffy. I think it might be coming back to Noffy, who can go short to Sheen at the interchange gates, and that's what he does. He just picks it up about an inch off the ground. Handball release. Burgess will look to take on Benson with speed. Did well. Ran his full distance and then send the kick inside forward 50. Not a good kick. Connors judging it best off the boot. Could have kept going, Burgess, with a bounce, I reckon.
Absolutely, he could have.
So Connors.
And Connors always sets up really well behind the ball, and he's always going to be there.
He goes short and back to Ryan. Got Sprague, short elects to go to the outer side. He just holds the ball up and then kicks it laterally to Damien McMahon. Takes the mark and he goes around the boundary line again. Jack Blood takes it, plays on. Goes to centre wing and wide. Harry McMahon has replaced his brother on centre wing out there. He's taken the mark, chips it back inboard. Travellini just takes the mark and they can switch the play to the opposite side now. They go towards Ling, pass Cross, doesn't sit for him either. Garner's there, picks it up, always dangerous. Right foot kick around the corner, goes towards half forward. Will it sit though for Wales? Can he keep it in? He can't. Coming across Pepper and he sees it over the boundary line defensively and will have a boundary throw in. So 4-5-29 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 3-3-21. 18 played in this second term. Thanks to Bowen Foods, our time clock this afternoon. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Ball back into play. Tapped down by Rudd for St Mary's. Front of the pack, Sam Scott jammed it on the boot somehow to half back. Harry Ling went flying through with a fist. Didn't get good connection, but it spilled okay for Connors, who gave it to Sprague. Jams it on the boot. Sends it to about 15 out from goal. Trent Thompson from behind the spoil for Leopold. Wales at the front of the pack. Couldn't get a friendly bounce. A handball by Bumstead into the path. Pepper taken high by Loftus. Umpire didn't see it that way. Play on. Handball. Benson. Kick around the corner. Chalcraft to the goal square. 2-on-1. Dobson spoiled by Trent Thompson again. Overrunning the footy was Jet Matthews. Chance here for Harry McMahon. A handball on the bounce. Back to Rudd. Rudd brought down. Great tackle by Marcus Thompson. Ensures he's going nowhere. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball it up. About 20 out from the St Mary's goal, just left of centre.
So ball up. St Mary's deep into attack again. Bumstead. Rudd gets it down. Kick away. Back towards 50. Defensive 50. Ritchie gives it away to Justin. A little bit of shimmy and gets on the left boot. Goes long. Ryan in front. Good mark. Did well. The pair of number 5s. Ryan in front of Billy Clark.
It was a great mark. He owned the outside and then defensively very sound.
He gives a short to Travellini. Right on centre wing. On the boundary line. He chips it back towards Damien McMahon, who wants to switch play again. Can come broadcast side. Find Sam Burke, who takes the mark in between half-back and centre wing. Got Rayner short. Got Garner giving him the lead as well. He goes long with the kick. Dobson from 3. Can't take it. Thompson, Trent, handball back to Gordon. Working behind the ball, Burgess. Kick was smothered. And can it be turned over? Yes, it can. Back to the top of the square. Great play. St Mary's get it around the corner. Harry McMahon got it in. And the mark has been taken by Kane Loftus, who's had plenty of opportunities in front of goal this afternoon. He's kicked 2 goals, 1. And there's a chance for his third. And they're proving a dominant pair up there, aren't they, Loftus and Dobson?
Well, they are, and we mentioned it, if they can get it in there quick, you know, not that stagnant play coming through the middle parts of the ground. If they get in there quick to one-on-ones or that quick kick out the back, then they're really dangerous. That's 5 inside forward, 50 marks to 0 this quarter, Jase. So that's the dominance of when they get the ball in there quick. Loftus
comes in, right foot kick. He was never going to miss that one. That was a much better kick from him, his third of the afternoon. And a good finish by Kane Loftus. They go to 5-5-35. They lead Leopold 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance. K-Rock second quarter scoreboard. And the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport. Ryrie Street, Geelong. Here's Matt Kershaw.
And that's what they're missing. You know, we spoke about it before the game. How much of an influence is Pitt going to have on this contest? And we saw how important he was last week as a conduit player, hitting up and took a lot of marks. I think he took 10 marks last week, you know. And then that brought Giddings into the game. Well, Giddings is having to do that little bit of extra work today, and he hasn't taken a mark himself. of. So that's where they're falling down, that probably middle section to, 40 metres out to having a mark and then getting the ball onto Giddings.
Bumstead and Peck go at it in the middle. Bumstead the double palm down. Garner, though, the roving for St Mary's. And his little kick went about 4 metres, but it worked out nicely to Blood. Blood sends it wide. Sprague's gone forward for the moment. He tracks the ball to the boundary line, but it beats him out in front of he and Jet Matthews. And a boundary throw in. Second quarter action thanks to Morris Business Class Finance. It's asset lending the way it should be. Call 1300 4 Morris to upgrade to Business Class Finance.
So a throw in right half forward for St Mary's. It's going to be Lockie Peck up against Bumstead. Neither get a tap to it. Coming over the top was Jennings. He's got the ball out wide, and the kick off the ground was by Harry McMahon, goes towards the boundary line again. Gains about 20 metres inside St Mary's forward 50, and we're going to have another boundary throw in. So we played 22 minutes second term, Bowen Foods time clock. And St Mary's have just wrestled the ascendancy here for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Boundary throw in. Sprague up against Bumstead. Bumstead got a left hand to it. Through the middle, Benson's handball out to Wales. Got a bit of space, right foot kick from anywhere. Oh, Elijah Wales, and they go to him too. And great finish from the experienced midfielder Elijah Wales. As Glenn Keith told us before the start of the game, can play in many places and earn the respect as a new recruit here at St Mary's, and he finishes off his great work with a goal. 6-5-41 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 3-3-21. Morris Business Class Finance, K-Rock's second quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, well, we spoke about the ball coming into Rudd, Dobson, Peck, Loftus, the talls, but, it's that real importance of that, crafty, full of the ball type player, and Elijah Wales can do that. He can be that type of player. I coached him at Werribee. He had a couple of years in the VFL, and he's a very classy footballer when he's up and about.
Bumstead and Peck. It's going to be a shepherding free kick in the ruck, and it's going to go against Lockie Peck. And we'll come back to Kyle Bumstead. They need to find a goal here, Leopold. It's been a listless second quarter from them. Short to Ollie Tate. That barely went 15 compared to what they haven't been paying today. Handball off. Burgess providing the run-off half-back. Neat little kick to Scott. Scott marks 53 from goal. Turns and looks and sees what he's got. He gives that. Went to give a handball to Tate. Decided against it. Tate would have been on his non-preferred side. So he'll swing out to the right, stepped, he broke his own ankles, he fell to ground, then kicked on the outside of the right boot. Ball inside 50 and a one-on-one. Williamson was able to work Travellini off the footy and took the mark on the chest.
More good luck than good play, Kingy.
Yeah, Scott went to go around the man on the mark and nearly tripped himself. Well, he did trip himself over, got back to his feet quickly and had the presence of mind to go with the outside of the right boot, and Brock Williamson playing in front was able to just shift Travellini away from the footy and a chance to kick a much needed one to pull the margin back to 14 points. Williamson directly in front, about 30 metres out, should make no mistake, has made a mistake, has pushed it very wide and through from behind. He got too close to the man on the mark. And the margin is 19. 3-4-22 Leopold, St Mary 6-5-41 on the second quarter. K-Rock Morris Business Class Finance scoreboard.
So Rayner, in fact, it's Travellini who gets it and goes with the kick. Plays on, goes to the opposite side, centre wing. Nobody out there really. Goes to the back, Thompson, Trent. He did better. Pepper gets it back in board. The piano tuner, Wagner takes it on centre wing. On the outer side, was looking for somebody to run past and or a short kick. Now he goes short inside to Tate. Just controlling the play now, Leopold, just playing it short. Now he's going to go long with the kick. Inside 50, big pack there. He wants somebody to come at it. Oh, gee, that's a push, is it? The umpire said there's a couple of players down. We'll keep an eye on that. Ryan on hands and knees for St Mary's as well. Ball still in dispute. And the umpire let them have some time. And now we'll have a ball up, and we see Harry Ling getting up very late in the hands of the trainers now, and we're going to have a ball up inside Leopold's forward 50. Scott, kick over the head and towards the pocket. Is it okay? No mark taken. Out of bounds, is it? Very deep pockets there. Handball, the umpire said play on. Comes back inboard off a step. Chalcraft gets a clearing kick for St Mary's. Back towards Sprague, who goes up. Ling's there as well. Burgess, can he use his pace? He gets it away to Tate. Handball inside. Tate Porter goes with a left foot kick inside 50. Needs somebody. Rudd. Giddings is there. Rudd, great pick. Oh, he gave away a free kick for too high.
It was incidental.
It was sort of there.
Yeah.
It sort of wasn't, but
on the ball and his hip just got him high.
Did, and a free kick to Connor Giddings about 30 out directly in front for Leopold.
So for Wombat Gully Plant Farm, looks like they've swung Rudd back, Sprague forward.
Yeah, just in that last play, I could see Rudd drifting. I didn't know it was a direct move, but as you can see, he's in that defensive 50.
So Connor Giddings, who, as we said early in the piece, we didn't really cite him, but he has been more involved in this second term, and a chance to bring the margin back again for Leopold. Close to half-time he comes in. That's better. He gave plenty of space between he and the man on the mark. So his first of the afternoon, and the fourth for Leopold. They go to 4-4-28, trail St Mary 6-5-41, and it's on the Morris Business Class Finance K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right, Jace. He didn't really have any influence in the first quarter at all. If he touched it, he'd be very lucky. But he's got himself to a fair few contests this time. You know, he's going for his marks again, and he's up and about. He's around it. He's laying some tackles. He's had a couple of touches, and now he's finished off a goal. So he's just working himself back into this game of footy.
Newcombe 32 lead Drysdale 18 in the Ballerine for Leopold Sporties.
Hey, what's going on out there today?
Anglesey 38, Queenscliff 23, Port Arlington 18, Mottawarri 44, Amos 11, Torquay 35, Ocean Grove 15, Barwon Heads 42. Back in the middle, Benson does the roving from the ruck contest for St Mary's. Kick towards forward 50. Dobson didn't take possession, just backhanded it on about 15 metres, but Burgess read it best for Leopold. A handball to Matthews. He goes back to Burgess, who'll use his toe to get away from Chalcraft, although he handballed to Jennings. Jennings to the run of Thompson. That's Marcus kicking now towards half forward. Giddings on a lead. This is better from Leopold. And Giddings flies. Connors is hurt. Keep an eye on that. And that is half time as Leopold was streaming forward. Missed opportunity for them, but Nick Connors was just on the ground there for a moment. He has got to his feet. He appears to be okay, but just landed awkwardly for St John of God. We put you first. It's half time. Thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made here in Geelong. Birchie's just headed out. 5:35 at Marvel. And also tonight, the Eagles and the Dockers in what should be a good derby.
It's going to be a good night of footy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are actually... the Eagles won't win, but I reckon Freo aren't going to get handed 4 points tonight.
Yep.
It's going to be a good game of footy. But we've got a good game of footy here still. Margin only 13. St Mary's better in that second quarter with 4 goals to 2. As we see players moving to position. Chalcraft, Benson and Garner in the middle with Minchin for the Saints. For the Polders, the old firm of Scott, Wagner and Marcus Thompson with Kyle Bumstead in the ruck. So, vocal crowd here at St Mary's up and about.
The St Mary's runner.
Yeah, Rudd's gone back forward, so they're going back with their 4 keys again inside their forward 50, with Elijah Wales being that small.
Third quarter, thanks to Barwon Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region. Find them on Fellmongers Road in Breakwater. Check out barwontimber.com.au. Last of the crowd just exiting Anthony Costa Oval, and we'll get action underway in this third term here between St Mary's and Leopold. So players are ready.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the last of the kids to get off the ground at the Don Matheson stand end of the ground. They were taking their time. A couple of extra little handballs as they went off.
Yeah. Here we go with the second half to get us underway. Here's Jace.
Okay, so it's going to be Kyle Bumstead up against Nick Minchin. They go up, and Minchin beautiful to Chalcraft out of the middle for St Mary's. He goes towards Loftus at half forward, can't take the ball on the half volley. Burgess, who had good as second term, gets it around the corner towards centre wing, but no, David McMahon has owned that wing on the outer side this afternoon. He takes the mark, drives it long and high, back inside 50. Who's coming out at Dobson, front and centre Loftus. He had it again and lost it. Pepper through the middle, got the handball free. Burgess got the kick, clearing. McMahon comes back to it. It's a 2-on-1 though. Justin was the 2. The kick goes to Bumstead, and he has come off second best from Chalcraft, and he'll get the free kick at defensive 50. He takes his time to get up. He copped one in the leg, and he's going to try and handball it, I suspect. If he can't, no, he's going to kick it, and he just gets it to Ollie Tate.
Yeah, it was well weighted.
It had to be.
Peck was ready to chop it off, but it beat his outstretched hand. Short kick, Tate. Sheehan coming up the ground as marked. He's got it at the back edge of the centre wicket area. He's called to play on. He lowers the eyes and puts a kick into the face of Williamson, but he couldn't complete the mark. Crossed it okay, trapped the footy, but then couldn't knock it out. And the umpire might ping him here if he doesn't knock it out. Umpire circling, says, give it to me, I'll ball it up at the edge of the centre square. But that's where that rule was brought in. If you pulled the footy in and couldn't release it, that's when you should be pinged. And the umpire chose then not to.
You can lay on the footy now with a second left in the game.
Bumstead tapped it down nicely. Sam Scott, kick around the corner for Leopold inside 50. Defensive fist came from behind from Sprague. Garner involved with Blood, who gave a handball to the run of Harvey Ryan. Ryan's kick will flirt with the boundary line and go out on the full. And the free kick will be taken by Pepper. Right in front of our best seats in the house. Thanks to APCO Service Stations. Win $5K to spend your way at APCO now.
Lateral to Tate. He goes now into the middle. Great kick.
It was a terrific kick.
Luke Justin came in. He shuffles the handball out to Marcus Thompson, who runs past inside 50. Spears the pass to Billy Ritchie, who did not have to break stride. And Marcus Thompson has kicked that ball 48 metres, and it was an absolute tracer bullet.
We said they're going to have cleaner ball inside forward 50. You're not going to get much cleaner than that, Jace. Look, it's still a tough kick because he's on that Paul Peck, son of Paul Peck pocket.
The Paul Peck pocket, that's okay.
Correct.
The Lockie Peck pocket.
But it's going to take one hell of a kick. But, geez, I'll tell you, it's a nice ball, wasn't it?
So a start for Leopold here. Is he going to be able to put it through Billy Ritchie's 40 out on the boundary line, right forward pocket, northern end of the ground. He's put it up with the breeze, and it's pretty good. The goal umpire has come back to the middle. If you don't mind, Billy Ritchie has put it through, so that's a great start for the Lions. He puts his first on the board.
What is it with Billy Ritchie in third quarters for Leopold against St Mary's?
Do you know what? Maybe they should just sit him out for the first half.
Just let him play in the second half. 5-4-34 Leopold. St Mary's 6-5-41. Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Let's release him fresh.
Kingy, just an injury update down here. Joe Maishman is done for today. He's got the ice applied to that quad that we noticed, so he hasn't come back. Well, he's come back out now, but he's got heavily strapped and iced.
Thank you for that, Birchie. Injury updates thanks to St John of God. We put you first. Just keep an eye on Billy Ritchie too. On the lead, I reckon he's just overstretched, maybe a hamstring. He did kick the ball all right, but the trainer's just been out to him. But we're back in the middle, and a chance here for St Mary's this time to clear. Garner did the roving long ball inside 50, back with the flight. Tate couldn't mark, but Pepper was clean for Leopold, and a neat little kick. Justin releases a handball. Wagner just had to wait for it, so he gave it to Marcus Thompson. Thompson just back of the wing on the outer side. Long ball. Jai cross from behind. Judged it best on Blood. Went to play on. He did go to play on. He did go to play on. And then he changed his mind, and then he went with a short kick, and Sam Scott, diving down low, has marked in a very similar spot to where Ritchie was. His kick back inboard was poor. Damien McMahon dropped the mark, though, for St Mary's, but helped out by Benson. Gave a handball back, and the clearing kick towards defensive 50, from defensive 50 from Blood finds Wales. Wales wants to come inboard to Rayner and just got it to him with a kick, but Sheen nearly chopped off for the Polders.
Kingy, you're right with Billy Ritchie. He had a sore hamstring earlier on. They've obviously tested him at full forward, and he's now coming off.
So the ball from back to forward for St Mary's, but chopped off. And Leopold back inboard. Tate, Edmonds drops the mark. He probably should have taken. He tries to batter it up. He can't. Garner's little short kick was okay. He found Rudd still inside the centre square. We'll keep an eye on Billy Ritchie as he comes off. St John of God injury update inside 50. Noff, he comes across, takes the Hamlin hanger, just wills himself to the ball and takes it, gives it away by hand, and they're out back into, it's a terrible kick though. They are literally taking tickets, St Mary's there. Garner left it for Rayner in the end. And Keaton Rayner will take the mark right in front of the best seats in the house thanks to APCO service stations. He tries to drill the ball to Wales. It was great too. 60 from goal. He takes the mark. So open forward line. Loftus is down there. Dobson as well. They kick 5 off St Mary's 6 goals this afternoon. He goes to the pocket. Peck goes up, punched away, offhand, still in this field of play. Stone for Leopold. He gets the handball over the top. Marcus Thompson went at it. So did Harry Benson close to the boundary line. And the boundary umpire, I think, is it going to be the central umpire who's going to ball it up? I think it is. Will ball it up. 50 out from the St Mary's goal.
We'll keep an eye on Billy Ritchie. Birchie's down boundary side for St John of God with our injury updates. Bumstead front position on the tap against Minchin. Wales did the roving in front of a good crowd that has populated the Don Matheson Pavilion this afternoon for this round 2 blockbuster. Tapped down by Minchin, that went straight to the boundary line and out of bounds for a boundary throw in right forward pocket, southern end of the ground. St Mary's 41 as they were at half time. Leopold 34 on the K-Rock Bar and Timber scoreboard. The Polders with the only goal in this third term, thanks to Billy Ritchie, who's now off the ground with a hamstring issue. It's hurled back into play by the boundary umpire. Minchin from behind winning the tap down. Benson tracking the footy through traffic, swung onto his left boot but kicked it straight into Bumstead. Deflected for Tate. Tate a handball release. Edmonds had to wait for it. Good tackle, Rayner. Edmonds got a handball out. I said it was a clean handball, and Minchin pounced on the loose footy. Ball's underneath. We'll get a ball up.
The umpire was circling. I thought he was going to call him then.
41 plays 34. 6.5 minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock.
So in the ruck contest, Minchin from behind. Wagner left it. Wanted Thompson to run through. Sherman's handball to Wales. He's wrapped up by Tate straight away, and also getting in there to help was Bumstead. So we're going to have another ball up. 60 out from the St Mary's goal. Minchin and Bumstead. Bumstead gets it down. Thompson left it for Wagner. He tried to get the handball up. Sherman kick inside 50. Open. About 40 out. Is that a hold? It is. The umpire says it is. Trent Thompson was just all over the top of Sam Dobson, and he'll have a set shot for goal from 40 out, slide angle.
That's the danger when they get it in there quick to some of those dangerous forwards, and you can't give Dobson. I don't know how you play Dobson, to be honest. He can beat you on the ground, he can beat you in the air, he can beat you on a lead, beat you one-on-one.
That's why he's a good player.
Oh, he's the straightest kick in the competition too, Jace.
Yes.
He doesn't miss these. Shell and peas for someone like him.
A couple of good people picked him for the leading goal kicker this year.
They did. The ones that didn't really go out on a limb.
Correct, that's right.
Like me.
So Dobson for his third, and a quick reply for St Mary's. He comes in, right foot kick. Oh, look at that. That was never going to miss. He pushed it out very much a Craig Parry right to left. It was beautiful. He just brought that back in for his third of the afternoon. And that is 3 for him and 3 for Kane Loftus. And they have 7 St Mary's. 7-5-47. They lead Leopold. 5-4-34. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Obviously, we are audio and not visual, but that ball hit the KFC head straight between the eyes. Right in that circle, straight
Colonel
between...
Sanders.
Colonel Sanders knocked his glasses off his head in that, what would you call that? A banner behind the goals on the net.
Good use of the sponsor there too. I like that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
KFC X.
Well done.
Tapped down by Bumstead. Trying to rove the footy, but not successfully getting it. Was Porter, but in the end, he was able to release a handball. It'll be play on advantage for pushing the back. Sam Scott. No. Is that not advantage?
That was advantage.
But it's going to come back. Surely the advantage has got to be paid there, doesn't it?
Well, it was in the fluency of the play, so there's no reason why it can't.
Nobody stopped.
No, that's right.
So he's going to come back, and just their progress halted for the moment, Leopold. Porter gives it off by hand. Burgess running off half back and away from Wales. Drives it long inside forward 50. Giddings flew. Front of the pack bursting through. Marcus Thompson was at Williamson. It was Williamson. Just couldn't take it cleanly. And now it'll be a clearing kick. Blood just jammed it on the boot. It'll land on the chest of Burgess. No, Wales, good pressure. Was able to provide a spoil and see the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Lions. They're 5-4-34. They trail St Mary's 7-5-47. 9.25 minutes played on the Bowen Foods third quarter time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. I said it before and I'll say it again. The freshly shucked oysters, yum.
So from the ruck contest, Bumstead got it down, but Minchin did some rain work. Little toe poke, only as far as Tate Porter, who got the kick away off the side of the boot. Oh, Lux of Fortune falls in the arms of Luke Justin, and he's got the ball 60 from goal. Into the pocket with the kick. He's okay. Sam Scott takes it. So still 45 from goal when he'll kick. And we saw Billy Ritchie kick one from about 40 from this position. So if he uses the breeze nicely, which will come across his left shoulder, he has a chance. Sam Scott, right on the boundary line. Goes now from 45 high. Kick brings it back with the breeze. Get back far enough. It's off hands and through for one behind. So they go to 5-5-35. Leopold trails St Mary's 7-5-47. Bowen Timber, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Mucking about the quick in marks by Sherman, who went short to Garner, who gave it over to Ryan. Ryan releases a handball. Damien McMahon confronted by Scott, so go a handball back to Blood. The skipper off a step, sends it to the wing, and Burgess judged it best off the boot and marked on the chest as he got good protection at the front from Ollie Tate. Burgess with the footy. Looks inboard and then decides to play on and send a high kick inside forward 50. Giddings will set himself. It's 1-on-3. Front of the pack. Williamson wasn't quick enough. Didn't see Damien McMahon coming from the side. Might have hurt Williamson. Keep an eye on that Birchie. And they get a little kick, St Mary's. It's marked by Chalcraft. Chalcraft across the face of his defensive goal to Ling. Williamson on his feet, but he's very proppy.
So the ball short, Ling. Still inside defensive 50. Blood's got it. Comes broadcast side. Western side of the ground, high kick, Loftus with the sit, comes Noffy, comes there as well. Pepper's handball was going to come, then it did towards Noffy, and they see it over the boundary line. Right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO service stations. We will have a boundary throw in right on centre wing.
Just getting up around the ball here, St Mary's. It's 5-2 clearances their way this quarter.
So throw in. Bumstead in front, Minchin. Bumstead got it down. Wagner tried to get the handball away. Porter couldn't take it. Wagner on hands and knees. Ball spills free again. Gordon kept his feet. He tried to tap it on rugby scrum. Umpire come in and ball it up, for goodness sake. He will. There's real rugby type stuff on centre wing. And Tom King is going to get the ball right out of this position.
I hope so, Jace. Third quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber. Ball led hit the ground from the ruck contest, and it's picked up by Garner, who jams it on the boot. Inside 50 it rolls. Matthews, clean. Pepper. That was an ambitious handball as he went looking for Burgess. Burgess did very well. Handball off. Chance here now for Noffy to clear. Noffy will go to centre half back, and he's put it straight onto the chest of Harvey Ryan, though, for St Mary's. Kick inside forward 50. Loftus marks on the chest. They wanted to attack the corridor and they've turned it over just with a poor skill. And Kane Loftus has a chance to go back and kick his fourth of the afternoon and give Essendon VFL coach Blake Caracella something to think about next week.
Yeah, Noffy just gave him too much of a look at it, didn't he? He was always going there. He telescoped it, and There it was, straight down his throat. Harvey, bright boots and all.
Kane Loftus picked up the 3 Matheson medal votes when they met back in round 14 last year, and that is a poor finish. He's pushed that across the face and just snuck it in for a behind. Margin is 13, 3 goals 2 for Kane Loftus this afternoon, and the 2 misses have been big shanks from very gettable shots. 7-5-47 becomes 7-6-48 on the third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Timber scoreboard. Leopold a 5-5-35.
8 plays on from fullback, goes towards Noffy over his head. Looking at the numbers though, Justin, the ball goes the other way, the back off his foot. Now wrapped up, good tackle, umpire, do something. He's going to hold it in. And going to be a ball up just forward of the centre circle for St Mary's. So big pack around it. Cross was up there in that contest. He's running away back to deep forward. It's going to be Bumstead held on to, said the umpire, against Paul Peck's son Lockie. So coming back to the big fella for Leopold. And gives it away by hand to Wagner. He goes along with the kick towards Cross. He's got 2 on him, punched away, big double fister at the back. And that came from Sam Burke. And it's off hands and out of bounds. Left half forward for Leopold. They're 5-5-35. They trail St Mary's 7-6-48. We've played 14 minutes in this third term. Thanks to Barwon Food Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Bumstead and Peck to go at it again in the ruck contest from the boundary throw in. It's hurled back into play. Holds up in the breeze slightly. Tapped down maybe by Peck. Foot of the pack is Chalcraft. Walks straight into a Bumstead tackle, and that's holding the ball. Didn't have a lot of time, but he had enough, and he decided to take on Bumstead, and that didn't end well. Bumstead to the pocket, just sets it up. Porter, using his body, created a path, handball back. Williamson back to Porter. Porter around the corner. Sam Scott reaching for it, couldn't mark. Ball at ground level, wrapped up in a tackle and held up. Is Riley Stone, is it? And we'll get a ball up about 15, make it 20 out from the Leopold goal, attacking the northern end, trailing by 13. Tapped down Bumstead, roving Benson, handball on the up, clearing kick came from Sprague, jammed it on the boot but didn't clear far enough. Wagner there, Blood tried to tap it away, handball was good from Rayner to Blood. Chalcraft on the burst took it, outside of the right boot, it hangs in the air. Thompson, that wasn't easy to take for Trent Thompson, but he took it well as it spun in the air, and then he kicked quickly to right half forward to his no relation Marcus Thompson, who gave a handball off to Tate, who gave it to Gordon. He ran straight into Elijah Wales and got dumped. A little give and go, and it didn't end well for Tom Gordon, who's wrapped up in a really good tackle by Elijah Wales. He'll take the free kick in the left back pocket at the northern end.
So Wales just taking his time, going down the line. Good kick towards centre wing. Peck goes up in front, punched away by Trent Thompson. Falls to the front for Williamson, gives it to the piano tuner, kicks it across the ground laterally. Justin or Ling comes off the bench but doesn't tackle him. His handball missed the target though, and Sherman was good. Oh, they're on the out here because Chalcraft is 45 metres by himself. But kick the ball, he does. He goes out to Loftus and also gives it towards Travellini. He can kick it into the goal square, and that is under 12 footy. He's out the back. Great work, Kate Chalcraft. Kicks the goal. Great movement of the football by St Mary's, and a great finish. His first of the afternoon, and St Mary's got 8-6-54. They lead Leopold 5-5-35. Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
If you want to, any other coach out there that wants to see how St Mary's can move the ball and how they play, that is it. That is how quick and how easy they can do it with all their good players involved. And Chalcraft was there for ages, Jace. He just got out the back, had no one defensively near him for 100 metres. And, geez, I tell you what, St Mary's, that's what they've looked like over the years, haven't they, when they move the ball?
Just that turnover.
Oh,
just especially on this
football.
Yeah, on this ground.
Yeah.
Jai Cross has gone into the ruck against Minchin. Cross actually tried to grab it out of the ruck, got it down to Wagner. Burgess bursting off half back, jammed it on the boot under pressure from Wales to half forward. Giddings with the one hand, couldn't reel it in. Stone, handball. He just held it back for Justin to run onto it now. Tight against the boundary line, suits his left foot. That's a neat kick, and Williamson has marked. Clever play from Justin, and Williamson in the left forward pocket will have a shot just to stay within striking distance. You've got to remember, they've only kicked the 5 goals through 2 3/4 quarters, the Polders, and 2 of those came in the first 9 minutes of play. So it's been tough going inside 50. Justin's presenting short, but Williamson's going to have the shot, send it on its way. It's not a bad effort either. It's a really, really nice kick from Brock Williamson. He likes it too from 40 metres out on an angle, and he puts it through for a goal of the afternoon contender for the Polders. They go to 6-5-41, back within 13 points of St Mary's, 8-6-54 in this third quarter of action. Thanks to Bowen Timber, your specialists in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
It was clever play. Justin, he's had a good game too, Justin, on that wing. I mean, those wingers have been influential today, just the way the game's been. Both teams are protecting that corridor or defending that corridor really well. So the game's being played in those other channels, as we've spoken about. Damien McMahon's been dominant, so has Justin. Don't worry about that. He's had a really good game.
So back to the middle. Just got to get those kids off the ground who are sitting on this side of the fence.
Yep.
So there's half a dozen of the Oz kickers. Just waiting to get close to the action.
Yeah, until Trent Thompson goes flying through them.
Correct. or Tev Noffy. Correct. So back to the middle. Going in the middle cross. Now Benson, handball, chopped off. Burgess couldn't take it. Now the handball further. Missed Wales for St Mary's. Luke Justin, handball. Missed the piano tuner. Damien McMahon just back on the ground. 50 out and closing in front of the Don Matheson stand. Right foot kick. Crossed the face of goal. And punched it through for one behind by the Leopold defence. Tev Noffy gets across there and puts it through. So we got 8-7-55 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 6-5-41. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Tate out of his defensive goal square, short. Jet Matthews has marked. He can go back by hand to Tate, and then Tate fires a handball to Wagner. Wagner at right half back, and a little kick that's okay for Marcus Thompson to mark. He fires a handball forward, and they've built nicely through Stone. Stone to Noffy, who's forward of handball. Yeah. Well, actually, he's going to kick, and it's a neat little kick that's got too much on it for Brock Williamson, who went with the one hand and couldn't reel it in. Sheehan's there, and they're going to turn it over here, Leopold. Although it's going to be a free kick for a throw coming back. Was it there? I didn't see it. Is that? Either way, Will Sheehan's got a shot at goal, potentially. Distance wouldn't be an issue for him, and he's actually going back like he's going to have a shot at goal with the aid of the breeze. Man on the mark stands about 52 out, so he's going to have to kick this 57 or 58 to carry the pack. You don't want a long point here. They are the bane of the existence of many a coach. From right on the edge of the centre square, it's a long ball. It hangs out to the right. It's off hands of the pack. Trying to soccer it out of mid-air. Edmonds, he actually got a good piece of it, but put it through for a minor score. And the margin is 13. 6-6-42 Leopold. 8-7-55 St Mary's. The margin 13 as it was at half-time on the third quarter K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard.
So Rayner from full-back for St Mary's in towards Sprague, who had broken and took the mark uncontested in front of Stone, and half back. St Mary's teammates going kick quick. We've got Loftus, Rudd, Minchin. He goes short looking for Damien McMahon. Well, it didn't work because he hit the tree and it's out of bounds on the full. So Mitch Burgess is going to come back and take the free kick.
Damien McMahon's had that sort of a day. He would be able to mark that in the tree.
True. Burgess plays on, uses the umpire beautifully as a bit of a support. Shepherd for him. He goes long towards the top of the square. Big pack there. Ball's still in dispute in the pocket. Can they put it through? They're not. Ryan gets the handball away. Harry Ling. He goes to the outer side with a kick. Turnover though. Bad. And Ollie Tate takes it easily. Point in the centre square at half forward.
See something he likes inside 50, and Edmonds did well to pluck that. Despite the impending arrival of Keaton Rayner, Edmonds was never averting his gaze from the Sharon and was able to pluck the mark and the chance to go back and kick his second of the afternoon and pull the margin back to single figures.
Yeah, they've given themselves a chance inside forward 50 this quarter. Prior to this, they had 4 marks inside forward 50 for the game. This quarter, they've had 5. So they're just starting to pick out a few more targets. A couple of smaller targets too. Richie, Scott, Edmonds.
Curse Hire, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong. He's tugged it left, and it stayed left. The shot at goal, disappointing finish there from Edmonds, who I've got for 1 goal 2 this afternoon. 6-7-43, 8-7-55. It's St Mary's by 12 points as we've ticked over 21, nearly 22 minutes on the time clock, thanks to Bowen Foods.
Kick into Ling, who goes short to defensive 50. Travellini takes the mark, goes around the boundary line, and Sam Dobson is an awful long way from the goal. He's at half back. He drills the ball to centre wing. Rudd, he's nearly in the car park. He's that far out there, but right in front of the KFC sign on the On the scoreboard, he goes with a left foot kick inside 50. Oh, over the back. Paul Peck's son Lockie takes a great Hamlin hanger contender and just plucked it out of midair. He did well. He had a couple of Leopold players against him and just had a nice little ride there and took the mark, and will shoot for goal from 45 out.
Pepper was a sitting duck there.
Was always going to if the ball carried that little bit in the breeze, but it did, and yeah, terrific mark. But I think that's his first mark for the day, just about, son of Paul. So
yep. So Lockie Peck, a chance for St Mary's, 9th of the afternoon, kicking just into a little bit of a breeze. Comes in now in the left forward pocket, and it's pretty close.
It's a great kick.
It's a great kick. He didn't really kick through it. He just eased into it and kicked his first of the afternoon. And the 9th for the home side, 9-7-61. They lead Leopold 6-7-43. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard. Bowen Timber, your specialist in the supply and installation of timber and engineered flooring in the Geelong region.
Jace, we talked about how wide they've sort of played this ground today, but that one was right along the paint. Now, I don't think Moose done the paint here, but I tell you what, if he did do the paint here, that was right along it. Don't worry about that. And they got that ball quick inside their forward 50.
He sent me a video too. The GFNL the line marker of the year.
Riley Stone just came off grimacing a little bit there. Birch, just keep an eye on if there's any issue there for him. Back in the middle, it's Wagner doing the roving for Leopold. A handball back to Tate. Little shimmy past Sherman, and then a short kick that's marked by Jennings. Jennings hit the ground running and then quickly kicked to the pocket. And Luke Justin's all alone inside 50. He's marked about 40 out from goal, left of centre. Slightly tougher degree of difficulty for Luke Justin, being a left footer on the left-hand side, but he's a beautiful kick of the footy, Luke Justin. And we'll look to replicate what Peck just did. Down to you, Birchie, for St John of God.
A few injury concerns for Leopold now. Luke Justin's actually just returned from having a dislocated finger put back in on his left little finger.
Oh, ouch. Shot at goal, and it's come off like I've just said that he's a beautiful kick of the footy, and he's helicoptered it that badly. It's hit the top of the behind post. Now, they are very small behind posts here, where the padding covers about 2/3 of the post, and he's hit the very top of it, and it's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will belong to Blood with a long driving ball to half back.
Goes towards Rudd over the back, no mark taken. Christensen was there as well. Garner happy to see it over the boundary line. More of a throw in between wing and half forward. That dislocated finger obviously affecting his kicking there. Kirsch, you'd love to have Ollie Tate and Mitch Burgess as your half-back flankers, wouldn't you? How good are they?
Well, Mitch Burgess has had one hell of a game, and Ollie Tate is the general, isn't he? He just controls things from behind the bar. You watch him, though, in the back play. He sets up everything as well. His talk and direction is something else. There's no stat for that.
The Undertaker gets the ball. Now Wales comes across for St Mary's, across defensive 50 and helped out the cause. Dobson takes the mark on centre wing and plays on quickly. Left foot kick around the corner, up the chimney, and Loftus not going to be able to take that mark. It's off hands and out of bounds for a throw in between wing and half forward on the outer side. And it was punched away out of Loftus' hands. So we're going to have a throw in. It's 9-7-61 St Mary's, Leopold 6-7-43. 26 played, third term, Bowen Foods time clock.
Ball back into play. Bumstead, the double palm down, trying to get to Wagner, but Minchin in the end took it. The other ruckman handball was good to Garner. Garner, a kick inside forward 50. What's he got? A couple of flyers. One of those was Dobson front of the pack. Oh, Noffy, did he get one high? Yes. As he was bursting through to take the foot, he just got clipped. And Tev Noffy, last year's Team of the Year centre-half back, driving it long to Sheehan, who marks on his chest in front of the smaller Rayner. Sheehan with the footy. They need a goal before three-quarter time. Sheen unsure where to go, so he just sends it along the line. Big fly, Giddings couldn't mark. Ball hits the deck. At the front, Sam Scott and Blood. They conspired not to take it cleanly between the two of them, and it's off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in at left half forward. Lions in attack. Maybe the last roll of the dice for them with the breeze in the next couple of minutes. They lead or trail by 18. St Mary 61, playing Leopold 43, thanks to Bowen Timber.
Boundary throw in. Bumstead in front, neither ruckman really get a tap. Minchin comes back to it, falls to Sherman, quick kick. Tate gets across there first, handball to Burgess. We're just talking about the two of them. He measures the pass, oh, beautiful pass. And has found Porter, handball it, gives it away. Marcus Thompson at pace, 50, running across 50, spears it again inside, forward 50, but St Mary's have got the numbers on the outside, and if they can get the ball out there away, they do. Travellini just back on the ground. He chips the ball over the top, go to centre wing. Dobson spent a lot of the last 4 or 5 minutes up here on centre wing. He chips the ball over the top. Travellini followed up the 1-2, the outside of the right foot. Helicopter inside 50, past a couple. Pepper falls in the arms of Rudd. Left foot kick open. Goal square, kick off the ground. Wales kicks the goal. And
are they giving it to
Rudd? Was it through before he even kicked it, Wales?
Must have been. Oh, well, they're all celebrating. Rudd in.
Doesn't matter, it's a goal of the day anyway you like it. We're going to give it a Rudd.
All right, give it to Ruddy.
Michael Rudd kicks his first of the afternoon, and that was a great kick around the corner from the left forward pocket on the left foot. Just used the open goal square and pushed it through. St Mary's 10-7-67. They lead Leopold 6-7-43, and that's on the Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
A few things are working for him. Even the chaos ball going inside forward 50 works for him. And I suppose when you've got a bit of talent around the play, we know what Rudd can do. For those that have seen him in the NAB League, and he's VFL listed at Carlton. He'll get his opportunity soon coming up as well. And who knows, he's still a draft prospect in the next couple of years. Michael Rudd, he's a champion.
Tap down Minchin from behind, rolling ball. Biggest margin of the afternoon now is 24 points. Benson a handball on the up. Garner kicked the one up the shot tower. And Tate one way, Wagner the other. Two Leopold players. Tate claimed the mark. Maybe should have been paid. Umpire said no. He was wrapped up in a tackle. I'll ball it up. Just forward of the centre circles. On the centre wicket area. Minchin the tap down, Garner the roving, but he's ridden by Marcus Thompson into the ground, and we'll get another stoppage. I'll be happy with this St Mary's, and that is three-quarter time. Leopold got the margin back to 7 points, but they've been able to keep them at arm's length and now push the margin to a game-high 24 at the final change, and will kick with the aid of some breeze going into the final term. St Mary's 10-7-67, Leopold 6
around a little bit more today, like with your forwards and different people rolling through different lines to try and sort of get yourself, back into it?
Oh yeah, look, you do that whether you're winning or you're behind the game. But we've lost Stoney and Billy Ritchie, so now it's just a matter of trying to manufacture a few things, So we'll keep doing that, and I reckon the boys will put on a good fight, and it'll be close at the end, I reckon.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Buddha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Birchie. Birchie, obviously, yes, just updated there with Riley Stone and Billy Ritchie for St John of God, and then we know Joe Maishman out of the contest as well for St Mary's with injury. So some concerns there for both clubs.
Yeah, Riley Stone came off earlier and he was in a fair bit of discomfort. His legs seemed to keep giving way, so it seems to be a lower back sort of sciatica type of injury that he can't really get any relief from. So he went back out but was no good, so he's off, and so won't take any further part in the game.
Thank you for that, Birchie. St John of God, we put you first. Maya Street in Geelong. Final term about to get underway here at Anthony Costa Oval. Crowd is off the ground, umpires are in position, players in position, and it's St Mary's by 24 points. The final quarter, thanks to Boss Burger with locations in and around Geelong. Check their app for winning deals. Here's Jace.
So start of the final term, Minchin gets it down, Benson roves and gets it. The first possession of the final term, long and high, inside 50. Thompson there, Nofi as well for Leopold. Comes to Loftus, gets around on the right foot, short little kick. Oh, wow, we get the tape measure out. That was 9.5 metres to Michael Rudd, but he's claiming the mark and he'll shoot for goal from the Lockie Peck pocket. And pretty much in the same spot as a couple in the third term. Billy Ritchie was one of those, and he's going to have a set shot from 35 out on the boundary on his left, so it'll suit him as he comes in, and he has kicked the goal. Fantastic start for the St Mary's side. They go to 11-7-73. They lead Leopold 6-7-43. That's on the Boss Burger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Boss Burger with locations in and around Geelong. Check their app for winning deals.
Be interesting to see whether he was credited with that goal in the third quarter
when he kicked it along the ground. But that's a good finish from Michael Rudd.
That's game over, unfortunately.
It's going to possibly be a long final term now, Tom, with no special comments, man. Where's the EP gone? He's run away too.
Here as well.
Oh, wow, Dean, can you come over here and special comments? That'd be great.
Eat, drink, sport, Ryrie Street, Geelong. Matty Kershaw would be in the experts chair. He's gone off to watch his young fella in the Young Guns game at Werribee as he looks to enhance his draft prospects. Liam, that's a good tackle by Benson, taking Sam Scott to ground, and they just got them around the footy at times this afternoon, but as Buddha did allude to at three-quarter time there with Jane Birch, that you turn the ball over, they will hurt you. Tapped down by Minchin. Wales attacked the footy and comes again at it. Attacked by Scott. Scott with a really good tackle. Somehow Wales has shoveled that out to throw. And the umpire spotted that well, and it'll come back and be a free kick to Sam Scott. And this is where they will look to roll the dice now. Kick to the wing. It's well weighted for Gordon, although Ling came off his man. Handball for Wagner. Wagner jammed it on the boot. Put it into the path of Sheehan. It'll bounce away from him. Attacked coming up by Burke. Burke did okay to get a handball to Blood. Blood gave it away to Sherman. On the bounce, his handball wasn't great for Ling, and Wagner got in the way. Now there's a bit of a wrestle. Edmonds involved with Rayner. Handball by Harris Jennings. Well, they sort of all looked at it bounce, and then it bounced up into the breadbasket of Jared Garner, and he's wrapped up in a tackle at right half forward. We'll get a ball up. 73 plays 43. St Mary's leading Leopold 2.5 minutes played on the final quarter. Bowen Foods time clock.
So Bumstead got it down from the ruck contest, but Jennings running past, he was wrapped up straight away. He wasn't going anywhere. So secondary bounce at half forward. Neither ruckman get a tap down this time. Sam Scott tried to break free. The ball comes to Garner. Tried to ride the bump. He got the handball away, but only as far as Brock Williamson. He gives it to Sam Scott. He goes with a tumbling punt inside 50. Good mark. Good mark. Tom Gordon, who... in fact, it's Jai Cross, who went down really early, knew it was going to fall in front and took the mark. And he will have a shot for his second of the afternoon.
I can safely say Jai Cross has never kicked more than one goal in a game.
What's his career total? 4?
3.
So he's going to come in for his second of the afternoon. He goes with the kick, and he's kicked the goal. So his second of the afternoon. And a quickish response from Leopold. They go to 7-7-49. Drag the margin back. St Mary's 11-7-73. And that's on the Boss Burger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. And Kirsch is listening. He said, get Dean. His nose ring is the expert. Very nice. Very nice. But good kick by Jai Cross. And good mark to bring the margin back to 24.
They just can't keep, well, they can't afford to give up any more goals, really. They've got to kick 4 to win it, at least. And can't go goal for goal if they're going to roll the dice here. Bumstead with a good fist forward towards Garner, although it was knocked away from him. Thompson just classed through the middle for Leopold Marcus. And then his short kick was good for Justin on that outer wing. He just sends one a little bit wider towards the scoreboard that shows St Mary's leading by 24 to Burgess. He chips a kick over the top. Edmonds is going to have to fly with Rayner in his back pocket. It's going to be too high, I reckon. And a good decision by the umpire. He went over the shoulder there, Keaton Rayner, in his spoiling attempt. He wants to take on the man on the mark, does Edmonds, but now he's been told to go back behind the mark and now push and shove ensures between Rayner and Edmonds. And umpire Ritchie says to James Edmonds, grab the footy, get behind your mark and have a kick. And he will. And he'll go short. No, he didn't get behind his mark. And he had Bumstead marking it all alone to about 45 from goal. So missed opportunity there. So now he's reset and ready to go. Some areas have rolled numbers back. Edmonds just pokes it, looking for Cross, too much on the kick. Over his head, Sheen couldn't pick it up. He's jammed on the boot there by Ling towards the middle of the ground. Trent Thompson was good with the mark, going back with the flight. Here goes looking for Jennings, who stretches and marks, turns, will kick inside forward 50. What's he got? He's got Sheehan back with the flight, taking the mark. Well weighted kick. Had two options, Clark or Sheehan, and Sheehan has marked and will go back and have a shot. Man on the mark, 45 from goal, 45-degree angle, so not an easy kick on what has been a blustery afternoon at times. You would have been able to hear it through our wonderful technician Dean Gray's effects mics that the wind has got up at times. Will Sheehan will kick from right on 50, sends it on its way. He's got a really good piece of it, but he's pushed it across the face, and it's through for a- score. So Will Sheehan this afternoon with a couple of behinds. The margin is 23. 7-8-50 now. Leopold, St Mary's 11-7-73. 6 minutes played on the Balm Foods final quarter time clock.
So Zach Sherman kicking duties this time for St Mary's. Plays on from full back, goes to defensive 50 and finds Sam Burke. He goes long to centre wing with the kick over the head of a few. Coming across Harry McMahon. Trent Thompson comes across as well. Got a hand to it and saw it over the boundary line for a throw in.
Lara by 16 points.
Oh, stop it.
For Leopold Sporties. 13-5-83, 10-7-67. That will be one of the upsets of the decade.
Staying away from the coast tonight, I can tell you. So boundary throw in, centre wing on the outer side here at Anthony Costa Oval. Bumstead got it down. Robod Chalcraft gets it inside 50. Which way is it going to bounce? Oh, God, it fell into Gordon's arms. He got wrapped up straight away. Couldn't go anywhere. Jet Matthews comes over to help out, but it was too late. Rudd and Travellini putting on the tackle. So just inside forward 50 for St Mary's. Ball down. Travellini had worked his way past the pack and now needs some support. The ball can't get picked up at the moment. Benson gets it, then loses the football in the tackle. Umpire says play on Harry Ling. Inside 50, Harry McMahon was in the right place at the right time and took the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 out directly in front. So Harry McMahon, who hasn't troubled the goal scoring this afternoon so far, with a set shot, and this to make the margin 29. As we see Dobson coming back on the ground. So he comes in northern end of the ground for St Mary's. And he taking his time, making sure of it. Right foot kick. Goal umpire does not move 1 centimetre as he puts it through for his first of the afternoon. And the 12th for the home side. They go to 12-7-79. They lead Leopold 7-8-50. And that's on the Boss Burger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Boss Burger with locations in and around Geelong. Check their app for winning deals.
Harry McMahon coming off 3 last week. Now has 4 for the season. That might have been the one to put the nail in the Leopold coffin here at Anthony Costa Oval this afternoon. 12-7-79, 7-8-50. Boss Burger with locations in and around Geelong. Check their app for winning deals. Good crowd here this afternoon for This clash between two heavyweights. Tap down Bumstead, roving Marcus Thompson. Wonderful release for Jennings, although Jennings was probably a little bit nonchalant in the way he went to take it and didn't take it cleanly. That opened the door for Garner to pounce on the loose footy. He did, but he got wrapped up and we'll get a ball up. So the result we're keeping an eye on now, throw out from the boundary of the field umpire was a little bit skew with, but the two rucks competed. There's going to be a free kick for a hold. Marcus Thompson wasn't behind his mark as he fired a handball forward to Harris Jennings, and the umpires called him back.
Back to 9 points of difference at McDonald Reserve.
Hasn't stopped trying all afternoon, has Marcus Thompson. You'd expect nothing less from the veteran skipper now. Short kick, Bumstead. Marks just forward of the wing. It's a mung floater off the boot. Garner had trouble taking it on the bounce, and then he tried to take on Ollie Tate, and he's been done for a high fend off on Ollie Tate, Jared Garner, and he'll get a free kick. Well, the Leopold veteran, he'll just set the kick up, looking for a fly from Giddings, getting across the front with Sprague. Might have copped an ear massage, but no free kick. He's down, actually. Keep an eye on him, Birchie. He might be getting to his feet now. Clearing kick. Dobson couldn't mark, but now he turns and kicks, but he's put straight onto the chest of Jet Matthews. Matthews quickly goes. Great vision. Finds Porter. Porter a handball to Tate. Tate a kick into the pocket. The lead comes from Cross. He tries to work Christensen off the footy cross and try and dribble it back to himself. Weight of numbers will tell Sherman getting involved. There's a free kick for a hold, and it's going to go against... I'm not sure who's it. Is it against Christensen, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. It's late, though.
And the free kick, well, Cross gave a handball off. He's going to have a shot at Goldjai Cross. He gave the handball off to Brock Williamson, but the umpire said, no, I'm setting the mark, go back. And Jai Cross, who for the first time in his career this afternoon has kicked 2 goals, looking for a third and to keep his team somewhat in the contest with the margin at 29 points. Made his name as a defender. Jai Cross, left forward pocket, shot at goal is across the face, off hands, front of the pack. Edmonds quick snap and has nearly missed everything, but just snuck through for a behind. It was a good bit of roving, but just got too much bend on the footy with the snap. Margin is 28, and Edmonds now with 1 goal 3 this afternoon. He's been lively. 7-9-51 Leopold, St Mary's 12-7-79. 11 minutes played on the Barwon Foods final quarter time clock. Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Sherman from full-back. Goes towards half-back. Leopold with the numbers. They get it back inside 50 with the kick. And Edmonds again, who's been lively, as Kingy said. Up 4 today. He's kicked 1 goal 3. Maybe a little bit too far out to score. He's going to be kicking just on 50 with the breeze into his face. So it's going to be a good kick from there. And he tries to bring the margin back to 22 points. Comes in now, directly in front, 50 out. He's hung it out to the side, not going to make the distance, off hands and out of bounds for a throw-in in the right forward pocket for Leopold at the southern end of Anthony Costa Oval. 3-point win for Geelong in the VFL, defeating Brisbane 67-64. Hopefully that's a good indicator heading into tonight. Karok Football on Karok 955 and karokfootball.live from 6 o'clock tonight. Full coverage of the Lions and the Cats. Assistant coach James Kelly to join us pre-game. Garner lost the footy in the tackle, and then the ball spilled for Edmonds. He was dumped in a tackle, ball spilled out. Umpire was quick on the whistle, and we'll get a ball up. About 45 out from the Leopold goal. Minchin doing the ruck work, trying to clear the area with his tap, but only put it into the path of Edmonds, although you'll have 2 Saints to charge him down, Benson and also Blood. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Right where the crowd have gathered in front of the Don Matheson Pavilion. Good crowd in too this afternoon. And I hope you've enjoyed the call through karokfootball.live and AFL Barwon TV. Tap down Bumstead. Clearing kick Benson. It's a high kick to the wing. Pepper sits underneath it, clears him, bounces through Rudd and Trent Thompson. Noffy came off his man, judged it beautifully. Wonderful pick up and then release for Burgess, and Burgess will send Leopold forward. He goes forward with the kick. Oh, there was well and truly up before acceptances was Harris Jennings, and he got a bit of an ear massage as well as he came down. And it's off hands and out of bounds for a throw-in at right half forward for the Lions. So reset now for Minchin.
Lara still by 10 over South Barwon.
Jai Cross, gee whiz. So Minchin gets it down with the right hand to Garner. His kick was partly smothered. Benson goes up, pushed off the footy by Scott. Then he dived on it. The umpire, what's he going to do? He's going to come in and ball it up at right half forward for Leopold.
That's the only game really in the balance. Colac have now pulled 25 points clear of Newtown and Chilwell. Joey's 40 up on North Shore, and Bell Park 95 up on St Albans, who have finally kicked a goal. We've had another stoppage, gone nowhere, and we're still at right half forward with St Mary's happy with this. This is taking time off the clock as they lead by 28 points. Cross doing the ruck work, might have got a hand on it. Here's Garner trying to bullock his way through. Managed to shake off the tackle and get a handball to Benson, who kicked quickly, bounced over the head of Noffy and Rudd. Dobson took it nicely, but his handball intended for Rudd, deflected out of bounds by Ollie Tate. And we'll get a boundary thrown right in front of Jane Birch, who's down boundary side this afternoon. Birch a bit quieter on the injury front, although they were just checking maybe on Harris Jennings.
Mitch Burgess, who's just coming off now, I think he pulled up a little bit tight in the left hamstring.
Okay, well, so just starting to grow their injury list, Leopold, unfortunately. Boundary throw-in, Minchin, and crossed in the ruck. Minchin won the tap, went to go again off the ground with a fist away, but only managed to knock it to his teammate and Chalcraft, who snapped over his left shoulder. Kick of Noffy straight to Benson. It's just falling apart a little bit for Leopold. Long ball, 2-on-1, goal square, Rudd over Trent Thompson. Thompson turns to the umpire wanting a push, and the umpire's not paying that, and Michael Rudd will have a shot at his third of the afternoon, the young gun. And man on the mark stands about 15 metres out from goal, and Rudd will look for his third, and this for a game high 34-point lead. It's turning into actually quite a convincing performance from the Saints. Rudd makes no mistake, he's happy with it too. So 3 for him in game number 2 of his career, and they now lead St Mary's by 34 points. They go to 13-7-85, Leopold 7-9-51 in this final term, thanks to Bossberger, with locations in and around the Geelong. Check their app for winning deals.
He's been a good inclusion, hasn't he?
Oh, he can play.
And he can play the game. He's a big boy coming out of the Falcons and on Carlton's list, and has played both back and forward today. They've moved him both into defence and also up forward with their rotations, and he's kicked 3 goals and has been a solid contributor for the home side. So the ball back to the middle. St Mary's. Who have they got next week, King?
St Mary's, that's a really good question.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Right, we'll get back to that. Back in the middle, ball towards Chalcraft, gets free, right foot kick towards centre half forward. Loftus read the better. Tate pushed him past the footy, took the mark, and will be able to drive it quickly. He's got Wales in there, and Fitty, I think, and 50 ran off the mark before he played on. So against Leopold, coming in fact, from the side, I think it might have been
Geelong West for St Mary's next week here at Anthony Costa Oval.
Right, very good. So Kane Loftus is going to come down and slot his 4th of the afternoon, barring some sort of unforeseen circumstance, because he's going to be shooting from 15 out directly in front.
You got a big task with Leopold Sporties today, Birchie.
Yes.
Yes, I've got a few ticks on my sheet here, so it's a tough one.
Some changes, Birchie, to the Leopold Sporties that we'll let you know when we get to that this afternoon as well. A little bit of an addition. Loftus, gee whiz, I tell you what, he made the goal umpire work. In fact, so this is interesting because they have celebrated like it's a goal, and the goal umpire has signalled a behind, and Kane Loftus can't believe it. So through for a behind, 3 goals, 3. So
right,
there you go. 13-8-86 St Mary's. They lead Leopold 7-9-51. Bossberger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Tate creeps out of his defensive goal square and drives it long. Noffy and Jennings fly against each other and conspire to spoil each other. Marcus Thompson tried to pick up the loose footy at the front, taken into ground by Rayner. Now there's a bit of push and shove going on, and 5, 6, 7, 8 players. Wagner and Garner are into each other. Matthews is into Chalcraft and holding his own umpire just says, I'll throw it up, and chaos has descended around the footy. Ball's been released for a trip, and there's going to be a free kick coming back to Leopold, I think coming back to Sam Scott. So the umpire just basically said, well, you blokes are going to fight. I'm going to throw the ball up, and that should probably disperse the crowd, and it did. Short kick, Scott had to wait and off. He didn't realise that Sherman was going to shut him down, and he did. Knocked it into the path of Peck. Gave a handball to Garner, who kicks on his left foot for St Mary's. Went looking for Wales, but there's 3 Leopold players there. Matthews got involved with Scott. Scott's kick on the bounce. Porter, haven't caught a lot of him in the second half. Drives a kick towards half forward. Cross on a searching lead. Spoiled away from behind. Was good defensive play by Christensen, but Edmonds at the front of the pack was really good. Long ball. Clark in a one-on-one. Ryan, good grab. Oh, and the crowd liked that too from Harvey Ryan in the one-on-one contest. Quickly bounced to his feet and then kicked short to Damien McMahon.
Who goes short as well to brother Harry, who takes it inside defensive 50. So just tacking around the boundary, they come back now. Ryan takes the mark. He's got Charlie Sprague in the opposite back pocket in front of the Don Matheson pavilion. He takes the grab. Edmonds stands back off the mark. They're just chipping it around. They want Leopold to come at them.
South Barwon 86, lead Lara 84. Sorry.
Damien McMahon gets it to Harry. So in the back pocket, he chips the ball over the top. McMahon's just like backyard footy here. He chips it over the top to Damo, who takes the mark. Still inside 50 though. So he will be called to play on now. He does. Goes along the line. High kick to centre wing. Dobson's there at the back, Noffy. He gives the handball away to Scott, who runs behind. Gets the high kick. It's a 2-on-1. Sprague behind. His name written on it. And we'll take the clearing kick for St Mary's.
Almost 20 minutes played in this final term, and St Mary's going to improve to 2-0. Went looking with the kick for Burke, and he stretches and marks. Just one of the young talents that's continuing to rack up games of footy. Now up to 29 GFNL senior games. Goes inside defensive 50 with a kick to Sprague. And the Barwon Heads product goes short into the right back pocket, and Damien McMahon just racked him up on that outer wing today. He goes looking for Benson. Ear massage from Sam Scott's a free kick for 2 high going to Harry Benson. He'll take it at right half back. Into time on we go. St Mary's 86, Leopold 51. Leopold next week. They've got Colac at home before Lara, Grovedale and St Joseph's over the next month.
So the kick now towards centre wing for St Mary's. Peck goes up, can't take the mark. Porter's there as well. Harry McMahon. Pepper on the ground as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up on centre wing on the outer side. So, ball up. Giddings in the ruck. Got it down. Handball. Missed the target. And Williamson kicks around the corner for Leopold. Coming across. Wagner puts on a high tackle. Rayner coming across in front of him. And he will take the free kick back into the centre square for St Mary's. And just holding the play up now. No rush. 21 played final term. Barwon Foods time clock. He goes out wide with the kick. And it's all right. He finds Harry McMahon.
Anaki's going to beat Werribee Centrals, and Cryo are going to beat Bellpost Hill.
Changing of the guard, ball back to Harvey Ryan at defensive 50, goes wide and long. That's okay, is it? Yes, it is. Just Sam Burke nearly marked it in the K-Rock box, and he'll take the mark for the best seats in the house thanks to APCO service stations.
Burke just back of the wing. It's a bit of a helicopter off the boot, but it'll land safely on the chest of Loftus. Loftus too far out to goal. So he'll kick from about 60 metres. He'll pull it into the left forward pocket, and he's pulled it out of bounds on the full. Gee, he could have had a massive day, Kane Loftus. He has kicked. He's had a good one, 3-3, but he could have easily kicked half a dozen and been a Monty for the Leopold Sporties. So Trent Thompson will get the resultant free kick. 22 minutes almost played, and this one is done. 4 goals so far in this last quarter, so hopefully maybe only a 25 or 26 minute quarter as Tate goes across the face of his defensive goal. And then the short kick is good from Gordon, although just had too much on it for Wagner in the end. Sam Scott cleaned up, handball. Brock Williamson dumped as he kicked. He went over the head of Jet Matthews. Pepper was there to get ridden in the back by Benson. Socket off the ground by Matthews, but beautifully taken by Damien McMahon. Handball released to his brother Harry. Harry a kick into the pocket. Peck couldn't hang on to it. Knocked away by Noffy. Peck tried to just knock it forward into the path of Travellini, but Ollie Tate there working next to the boundary line. A handball back over his shoulder to Tev Noffy, who then ran out of room, and a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket. 86 plays 51. St Mary's to improve to 2-0. Leopold will be 1-1. And the Saints making the perfect start to season 2024.
So, boundary throw in. Bumstead from behind, got it down. And Gordon gets a clearing kick, and running back Damien McMahon has taken the mark. He's about 60 from goal on the right half forward flank. Takes it and goes. Spears the ball into the pocket, but turned over. Jet Matthews has taken the mark for Leopold. He's got some players to switch the ball. He was thinking about that. He is. He's going to switch dangerous to Billy Clark. He's got 2 on him going up. Oh, great mark. Hamlin hanger from Sam Burke. Third in line, took the mark. And the much taller Burke was able to get up and take the grab over the top of Clark. And he'll have a set shot for goal from 50 out directly in front.
He actually gives a handball off to Harvey Ryan with a driving long kick. Has hit the post about halfway up. Margin is 36. 13.987, plays 7.951. And South Barwon are now 8 points clear of Lara, 92-84, and may have done enough to see off a very, very audacious catch challenge. Ollie Tate's kick in is marked by Rudd. Harvey Ryan was looking for his first career goal with that long ball that missed by not much. And Rudd is liking his chances here. Man on the mark stands about 52 from goal. And Rudd with that very nice red Sharon in hand, he's going to load up and look for his 4th of the afternoon. Long, high ball. It'll fade back. Will it have the carry? It's off hands at the goal line, and it's rushed through from behind by Jet Matthews. Margin is 37. 13.10 plays 7.9 on the final quarter. Carrick Bossburger scoreboard with locations in and around Geelong. Check their app for winning deals.
The ball short to Porter, who plays on, gives it away to Pepper at half-back for Leopold. Goes towards Clark. They've got to just move it on at all costs now. So Clark, short little kick. Marcus Thompson has taken it back into the centre square. But St Mary's have worked back beautifully. And they go towards the contest there with Burke and also Harris Jennings. And Burke, after taking the Hamlin hanger, contender gets back and punches it over the boundary line for a throw in at right half forward for Leopold.
Collingwood 17-21, 123. Port Adelaide 12-9, 81. They've had 38 scoring shots to 21, so it could have been a much bigger margin. From the boundary throw in, Wagner. Little tap to Porter, over his shoulder, Williamson back to Wagner. Wagner shares it with Jennings. Jennings handball at close quarters. Stepping through traffic, Sheen went one way, then the next. Then kicked on his not preferred left. Was it touched off the boot? No, as Porter has taken the mark. 45 out from goal. It barely went 15 again. They were hot on that early. Anything that looked barely 15 was being called play on, but a little bit more quarter being given by the umpires as the game's gone on. From 45 metres out, Porter has missed badly to the right. Put that out in the full. Number of Leopold players have just got too close to the man on the mark in their shots at goal and have pushed them hard right, and it's out of bounds. And the free kick to be taken in the left back pocket by Burke, who goes short, and Garner has marked in the left back pocket in front of a good crowd in at Anthony Costa Oval this afternoon, populating the Don Matheson Pavilion. High ball to half back. Ollie Tate with the spoil for Leopold, sees it out of bounds for a boundary throw in. 26.5 minutes almost played on the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road in North Geelong. The Saints 88, Leopold 51.
So a throw in front. Bumstead gets it, tries to get it down to Wagner. Marcus Thompson as well. Minchin got the handball towards Chalcraft, wrapped up straight away. Big pack around him. And the umpire will come in and ball it up in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO service stations this afternoon on centre wing. So we're going to have Sam Dobson's coaching from the boundary line too. He's making sure he knows where people are. Minchin gets it down to Blood. Kick was partly smothered there. Travellini, he told Travellini to go there, and he went there and he got the footy and he ran away at half forward, and he goes inside 50 with the kick and over the back of the pack. No mark. Rudd, can he finish it off though? Left foot kick, goal! And great play from St Mary's. Michael Rudd kicks his 4th of the afternoon. Great coaching from Sam Dobson. Made sure Jesse Travellini worked in the right spot, and he finished it off with the kick over the top to Michael Rudd. And that is the 14th for St Mary's. 14-10-94. They lead Leopold 7-9-51. Bossburger K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
So another one for Birchie maybe to add to the Leopold Sporties list, although 3 have come in this last quarter with the game seemingly out of Leopold's reach. But still, he's worked his way into the game nicely, Michael Rudd, and he's only going to get better for every game he plays, considering he's only ever played underage footy. back in the middle, Bumstead and Minchin to go at it again. Minchin winning the tap down. Garner, the roving, went to look at a handball to Sherman, but kicked on his non-preferred left. Ball that is trapped by Loftus in front of himself. Tried to help Travellini out, but couldn't. Marcus Thompson got to the contest, slung in the tackle, got out of the tackle, then copped one high, and we'll get a free kick against Jared Garner. He was just able to shake off. He was slung 720, but never really the tackle stuck. Thompson, right half back, wants the middle of the ground. He wanted Scott. Oh, Scott and Damien McMahon just threw him out the corner of his eye, and Damien McMahon's gone, I reckon I could absolutely put him into next week, and just held back. Bit of duty of care shown there by Damien McMahon, and good calm, and the ball's actually landed on his chest on the outer wing. He's run himself into a bit of trouble. He's kicked back 15 metres on the bounce. Here's Burke getting out of trouble and getting away, and that is Siren. And there's been a little statement made by St Mary's in this round 2 clash. It might only be early in the year, but a 43-point win over the minor premier, and maybe some small revenge for that preliminary final exit last year. 14-10-94 St Mary's, Leopold 7-9-51. They pull away with a 4-goal-to-1 final term, and really the game's been in St Mary's control since early in the third quarter. They get up and pick up their second win of season 2024. That final term, thanks to Boss Burger, with locations in and around Geelong. Check their app for winning deals. Jane Birch is just making her way out onto Anthony Costa Oval. Birchie's got some work to do. Jace is going to have some work to do soon as well. Final siren, of course, with us, and we're in the 5th quarter thanks to the Sandman Mattress Factory. Sleep better with the Sandman's locally made 2-sided mattresses, made to outlast any other, while Birchie looks to haul away one of the St Mary's players for a quick couple of words before heading to the rooms. Let's go around the grounds very quickly for Leopold Sporties. Rest of the GFNL this afternoon. Jace, score updates?
Yes, Geelong West earlier in the day defeated Grovedale 95-60. Colac 100 leads Newtown 75. St Joey's 92 over North Shore 34. South Barwon 98, Lara 84, and Bell Park